D20 Misfits, and guess we're not doing a normal campaign session today. We're doing throwing shades. I've never done that, and if you're new to the channel, we're gonna find out what that is together. And like always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we post, and follow all our social medias. Back to you.
Hey guys! Welcome to the end of campaign Talking Shades, where we bullshit and we'll talk about all matter of shit that's happened from the start to end, and what our thoughts are moving forward, finishing up the last world of the Nine?
I don't think we technically have 9 doors. We shut half the doors
Well,
down.
10, well, the
It was
9.
supposed to be 10, but yeah, I think we're on door 9.
We're coming to the last world eventually. So, there's a lot that's happened, for one. This campaign is going on 4 years. Come this, in a couple days. This next year will be 4. Flat out. So we have gained a lot. We have also lost some people along the way. So if you want to go from first campaign, or not the first campaign, but the beginning of this campaign with Curse of Strahd, we started with a lot more people. We had Porkchop, we had Steve, we had Andy at one point with the Switch, and those people are no longer with us.
They're live.
They're alive. And we also gained new, which Liz and Eli, who is not here but will be here shortly, along with Timber.
I would say we had like a 3/4 story.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
The first quarter, we just unfortunately couldn't record.
Yeah.
Wish we did.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hi, buddy.
Hey, Frank.
We're live, just letting you know.
Sweet.
So, yeah, Timber just joined us. You can see him on the other camera next to Shy. So,
13-hour workday.
yeah, I figured.
Well, 13 and a half. But just
So,
count.
I was just going over. We haven't even started the whole shebang. So, that's
Doing
cool.
it half a minute, half.
Yeah, kind of. So, there's just a couple things that I noticed. If you want to grab a seat, grab yourself some food, dude, go
Sure.
right ahead.
Well, first things first, Frank.
What?
So, we know you didn't get the Secret Santa stuff.
All the presents are over there, my man. We're doing presents at the break.
Oh, my bad.
Next at the break.
My bad.
No, you're good. You are good. Because I got this stuff too
Oh,
to talk about. We can raffle it off later, or I can go grab some dice out of my car and go do it. So, white chili, by the way. That's what that is.
I was looking forward to trying that.
It's really yummy.
Yum, 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 yum.
But no, so just going over real quick, I said how we lost and gained people. If you talk about from Curse of Strahd standpoint, beginning of the campaign, we had Porkchop, we had Steve, we had Andy, and then we gained Liz and Eli. So a lot of shit has happened from them. We even shocked John here, who took over after the Curse of Strahd campaign was over. Took over to continue the other part of this campaign, which we dubbed the Curse of Shadows. And light shined on him yesterday as he realized that from him till now, to episode 180, which is airing, 2 years he has covered being a DM.
It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't.
Now you know how I feel. How we run for 5 years on a campaign. You
Yeah.
wonder where the time goes.
Just imagine how long this whole actual, like, as a whole, this campaign's been.
Is the microphone good over there? Should
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They're picking up everything. Don't worry about it.
I mean, if you want to really get down to the bare bones of it, it's a continuation from our first campaign, which was never
It's
filmed.
been about 7 to 8 years. maybe.
9 years.
9.
Has it?
Yeah.
The first campaign, our first campaign, ran 5 years.
No. Well, the ones that we were all together in, it's been since 19. That's whenever we started with everybody. That's been since, yeah. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was in it too.
Yeah,
So it's been
But
6 years.
you
What?
guys came in halfway through that. And for him and I, this is a continuation. So it's been 9 years.
Yeah. From the first campaign.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's been, and here's the thing, and what a lot of people don't realize is I wasn't supposed to be a full-time player initially. I was just gonna be that character, or that was just gonna bounce in and out.
What, from the first campaign?
Yeah. Because the first time I played with you guys was ironically the Christmas one-shot,
Yeah.
and it was just because I was curious, because everybody, he kept saying, and Timber, you need to come play with us, you need to come play. Hey, and I just finally had a Tuesday free that I started playing with you guys. And at first it was, as I said, a part-time character. Bounced in and out whenever I was available, and then eventually it developed to me being a full-time player. There, what, a couple months later.
So let's jump to that then. I'm gonna go off John here. 2 years. First time DMing. 2 years into the mix. Thoughts, concerns, how you think you did.
It started off dismal. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I really didn't grasp the overall what I wanted to do. But that's just the perfectionist in me. But through conversations you and I had outside of our sessions and stuff, I'm ready for another one. It's different, and I like to see, having played both sides, I like to see what you all do. I'm not in that mix. You guys are telling the story. You guys are altering fate. And no matter how much a DM can prepare for, there was an episode in Critical Role. He's like, I just spent 3 weeks on this, and you've completely thrown that out. Matt Mercer literally had what was it, like a blue folder, and just threw it off camera. You see papers go flying everywhere.
I actually remember that episode.
3 weeks of preparation.
I think the exact words are 3 weeks. 3 weeks I've been preparing for this. And in 10 minutes, you guys have utterly destroyed it.
Yeah.
Which it's funny until you're the one that has it happen. And
That's what happened with me. I mean, aside from the surgery,
that you
and
couldn't
stuff.
prevent that.
well,
That wasn't your fault.
That's not that. I had this whole plan out, and I've thrown, with what you guys can do, I have buffed creatures. I have added health. I have come up with, how can I take this spell and make it the next level? I literally had to homebrew a lot of stuff just because you guys do so much damage. Draco Lich, Arian.
Sorry. It wasn't intentional, but it was.
I think the only creature you guys had trouble with that I threw out there was the Brood Mother,
Rust monster?
not the Rust Monster,
The area with the egg.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what.
Oh, I can't. It's right there on the tip of my tongue.
Chimera? No, it wasn't Chimera.
Was you talking about the last world you did Viking
Yeah.
or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last creature.
Oh,
the big
oh,
thing.
damn it! What was the name of that thing?
But
Not a Tarrasque thing.
No, not that one. And the one in the sewer, or that started petrifying it.
Yeah.
In the cave
that
where he lost good old skull.
No, that was the
Wrong
Draco
cave.
Lich.
Was it the one that I
I think that was
teleported
blinding
somewhere
us.
else?
Yes.
That one, yeah.
Oh,
The Leviathan? No.
no, the basilisk.
Basilisk,
Yeah,
that's it.
that one.
That was the only one that gave you guys trouble,
That-
which was the plan. I wanted to give you guys something trouble going into the big boss fight.
And I will admit, I was like, well, this is where Ryu dies.
I almost died.
Die too.
Yeah.
Because
You almost died.
of the original old characters from Barovia, Ryu, who is the longest one still into this. Next, well, Mori be next, but
You guys are around the same time-ish. Because you had an original character and then that one died, I think, right? So.
She had two.
yeah.
But to
And
get
one got changed.
back into
3.
to get back onto this topic, having been on both sides, there's really no favorite anymore. I enjoy playing, but also DMing.
Well, how did everything feel then?
It was different for me. But as time progressed, I felt more comfortable doing it. Having stuff mentally prepared helps. Taking a page from your book and ad-libbing it, for lack of better words. Seeing what you all can do when the cards are stacked against you. And that was another factor for me, was I wanted to stack the cards against you guys, because having been the player, you all do not work well together with your characters. These final few worlds, if you noticed, you guys really pulled the fuck together
That's usually how it happens.
to beat these things. So, did I enjoy it? Yes. Can I improve? We can always improve as DMs.
So you have a different outlook now.
Yes.
From behind the screen of what I typically do to now.
Any DM does. Be it a new DM for the first time, like myself, to somebody who's had 20 years of experience DMing. You're always learning something. Somebody will come up with something as a DM that's really smart. Let me incorporate that. Find out how it works for your players. Even on the same side, as a player, you'll find something creative to do that throws the DM for a loop. No matter if it's during combat or story.
Well, it's that main thing too of how we always joke about it. Make a plan, execute the plan, expect the plan
And
to go off the rails, throw away the plan. Because that's usually how it works.
Or it's
We could have everything planned up on sheets and digital files and have a whole world created. Like Tolkien, or like you were saying before, Matt Mercer doing all these worlds, and have the group foil it. Just right then and there. Like it's nuts that anything can happen, and when we're behind that screen,
And even,
it's a whole new world.
with my surgery and everything, when you were messaging me asking for information and me 3 sheets to the wind on pain drugs, sending you half-finished stuff that I thought was completely finished.
to where it would be. Timber, do you understand what the hell he's writing? Nope. 'Cause
Like
there's-
with the one boss with the Draco Lich. Hey, he can do this at this face and blank. What can he do?
Because here's the thing, is what I think happened, Viking.
Trying to ask a guy who's on cloud 9 does not help.
So here's what I think happened, and is because that was the same day I went to visit Viking in the hospital, and he told me about it because he knew I was DMing over doing the train thing, and
This is news to me. I do not remember this.
again,
Oh God, no.
again, dude, you just started spewing D&D stuff, and some of it I retained, some of it I didn't, obviously.
It's almost like talking to someone that's half asleep. They're not going to remember what you tell them. So obviously it's not
Needless to
gonna
say, I was on morphine, something else, and ketamine. They had me on serious. Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Look-
so he was beyond cloud 9.
to give you a good idea, when I walked into Viking's room that day, if you remember the episode of Stewie when he takes Percocet something, and he's welcome to Pillow World, right? Let me get up to greet you.
He was on ADHD meds.
The only people I remember coming, and I know this is off topic, is Frank and Marina and my mother. I do not remember you.
I was in your room for like 3 hours because me and Eli were just sitting there shooting the breeze with you.
Do you at least remember me and Will bringing you the skeleton with the balloon?
Yeah, I wasn't as high that time.
Wait, I don't remember. Oh yeah. Do you remember me bringing you a Stitch plushie?
Yes.
Don't remember Timber at all.
And
That was-
Eli
that was-
too, apparently.
Yeah, and Eli.
They decided
Because
to come around when he was at Pillow World, not like the hospital.
no, because you looked at me and said, "Ed, man, I could go for a cheeseburger from Chili's right now."
I remembered. The only thing I remember, and I know this is getting off topic, but was
It's comical though.
coming out of surgery and post-op. Couldn't even speak, and I saw one of the nurses walk by with a ginger ale. I was like, nip. I remember
I
that.
need me some of that.
That was a nat 1 on performance.
I remember that. Drinking it, and then day 4.
Oh. Okay.
I think Eli and I showed up at day 3.
So well, we're gonna jump to a couple of these questions then. So with that and doing that, one of the questions here was, for you, John, what was the biggest challenge of being a new DM after being a player for so long?
I kind of touched base on this, but I'll go in more in depth. It's creating fights for you guys, because at this point, our characters, and I'm speaking as a player as well on this, can do so much damage. I rebuilt my Dragonborn from our previous campaign, and at max cap, he could do 368 some odd points of damage. And I just broke that this campaign with 448 points of damage. And that's not even hitting max numbers on every die.
Well, that was before you remembered that you switched it because you were still doing it.
Yeah, that is true too. So Lucy, with her
Trifle?
no, the rifle, but the abilities you have with it as gunslinger.
Oh, sharpshooter. and all
Yeah.
that.
40, 50, 60 points of damage per shot. Everything Ryu can do as a ranger. Amari's build as a paladin.
Only for undeads.
Sack.
You still put out hurt.
Bones. I mean, you have spells in there that are amazingly wicked. And
You're learning spells, but we can even help you tinker with what we do before the last area too.
it's not. talking about him's one thing, but it adds to the story. Because we don't know what everything Bones can do. And you drop, what was it, a 6th level spell on us the one day that just, holy crap, that's 100 plus points of damage in one spell.
I remember
And
that.
we all stopped and went, where was
It
this
was the
at?
day you weren't here and someone took over Bones for a little bit.
Oh,
Well, Allison, I did.
Yeah.
You did that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, wait, she
What
can do
spell
that?
was that?
I forget.
It was some. It was one
So-
that Frank and I were not very familiar with. at that
That's
time.
the hardest part, is creating fights that are going to challenge you. Like taking a Seraph, okay, and making him this prime entity, the first Seraph, because we're branching on multiverse here. How everything is intertwined. One Seraph killing every other Lich, knowing where these guys would hide stuff after eons of becoming his own destruction. How can I take a character that is well known in D&D and make it even more terrifying? And you guys blew through that. So that's the hardest thing. Once we have a party that works well together, and I'm not saying as friends, I'm talking our characters working in a cohesive unit, backing each other up. Let me buff you. Let me nerf. Casting Bless, cast Hex. Okay, I've got this lined up to do this after they go.
Lay down cover fire.
That kept me on the, and I was thrilled by it. I loved seeing you guys doing this. You pissed me off with the Draco Lich, not gonna lie. That's why I threw that second one in.
He's gonna hold that one over your head.
No,
But
I'm
that's the
not,
thing is, it's like,
I'm not holding it over her head. That brought out Amari. We could see what Amari is fully capable of. You shone through that entire fight. And as a DM, I want to see that more often. I don't want to see the recessive, Princess Piddlefoot Amari. I
Yeah.
want to see that fucking, let's go fuck this thing up.
yeah, just gotta make sure I don't get myself in the process.
So what would be an advice you would tell a new DM who's just starting out, being a new DM yourself?
Get comfortable. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have to wing things on the fly. But after every session, go back on what you did that session and see where you can improve. Like, I'm gonna use you for an example. You've been a DM before, but you're rusty as hell. What have we said about our character sheets?
Read them.
And do what again?
Read them again.
Keep reading. You're running a module. Everything's written out for you. Read it and reread it. I know we're always going to forget something, even when we create a world of our own. Frank has forgotten stuff and had to backtrack. It happens. I mean, even when we have everything there in front of us, there's so much going on at once. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be like, well, shit, I didn't read that. That's, it's going to happen. Don't beat yourself up over it. But going into the next session, those little mistakes you made are learning lessons. You're going to be just fine at the end of the night. And your players, if they're friends, if they're even strangers, if you're getting to be professional DMs, you're going to have fun at the end of the day. Just keep your head up and learn from your mistakes.
I know I sent you a bunch of questions.
No, I was talking about the spell, and that would be harm.
Oh yeah.
does harm is 14d6.
Yeah.
And we all sit. And where the hell did that come
Yeah, I've
from?
had that on the
Hit
back
point-
burner for a hot
And
minute.
hit point maximum is
Harm is
reduced.
harmful.
It hurts.
I was holding on to that one for like a good opportunity,
Well,
a good moment.
well,
Well, it's a 6th level spell,
Yeah.
so you know it is.
If you're in a big
powerful.
fight, you know, you need a long rest, you can always put chance at it. Even if you don't, you feel like everybody's back into the corner.
Yeah. It's just there's like a couple other things that are 6th level that I'm like, I could use those.
You know what? Before we get to the next question, that's something else. Talking about being back in the corner. As a DM, if you do back your players into a corner and aren't ready for the TPK, you can pull something out of your ass to save them.
Someone shows up.
Exactly. Frank's done it for us.
Roll a perception. Quickly roll me a perception. Even if it's in battle, you can initiate something. It doesn't. Something I've learned by watching other people play is yes, you can be a stickler for the rules, but you do not have to hold that book so tight you are being a D&D thumper. It's a different kind of book to thump on, but you don't have to do that. You can be loosey-goosey and make it fun and still have good stuff. You can, like, even if we want to try something, as you said, you don't have to, hey, I want to do this for the rule, cool. You can try this, and as long as someone's not like, that's not what the spell does. If it is in the realm of creativity, you can stretch a spell. As long as you have a good idea, like we've done in Barovia with the dang horse and expending the Arcana. It exhausted Navera, but as long as you have an idea and it's not so far-fetched or so high up there that's gonna obliterate some, like we've seen a video of, I want to shrink down a pyramid like this, throw it in the BBEG and just expand it, watch it go boom. As long as it's not like that, or, you know, something so far off the Richter scale, if it is cool, I think a lot of people are afraid to do that because they think their DM's gonna be like, it's not in the book, it can't be done, that's not the full description.
Well, there's limitations to the rule of cool. If it's not to be expected at all times, like how we went to Dragon.
Yeah.
Because we're paying them a good chunk of money for a good experience,
Yes.
so they're going to abuse the rule of cool versus.
But I believe you
the
melding rule of cool with a little looseness in it, as long as it's not so far-fetched. Like if you have the ability to like have ice in front of you, and you're going like that, it's a cantrip. Just they're going like this, and they're doing that to make the 5-foot square, and they're sliding away with ice. It's 5 foot, 5 foot, 5 foot. If it's a cantrip, they could potentially do something like
Yeah,
that.
bending
So-
the rules a little bit to do that, yes. But like that's the thing too, is once from DM standpoint, if a player sees that a lot more, and you know, you see them start to build that tread, it goes, hey, I'm giving it to me once. How much can I push that over?
As long as we know it's a trusted bond between DM and players, as long as we know we can't go too far-fetched or I can't always go crazy with my spells, but there's also the thing of flavoring. Like Tabitha, her spells were the spells, but they looked different. You could always have
Well, you
things
can
look different.
reflavor spells, of
Yes.
course, yeah.
You can make them look different to where they're a little crazy, but they still do the damage.
But
and-
yes,
It's like a slapping
they can
cosmetic.
be, yeah, so yeah, cosmetically they can be altered. But as far as using them for other BS, hey, Eli just joined us. No, you're good. No, but I meant like, you know,
Just
the
fun
whole
sports.
thing with the shaped water before.
Eli,
You know, let's do
on the
that to
table.
create
Gifts on the table.
I know I have to hide the other one. It's
Um,
not rats.
to do the
Oh.
other ones as far
put it
as
behind
like
it.
creating everything,
stick it on
ice
top
cubes
of
to make a
cupcakes.
full ice bridge out of
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
I get it. But then like to go, hey, I want to jump off, do this backflip and
That works too.
call shot at the same time and hit a guy in the eye, or old campaign pissing off me with a fucking beholder by, hey, throw me into it. Have fucking, what was it?
No, it was the obsidian sphere.
Yeah, he threw out the
I
sphere.
threw you half the sphere.
No. I was talking about Belverix throwing Orsina
Oh, yeah,
into
you
the
threw-
beholder.
Oh yeah.
You throw him in the
And
same
hitting the main eye to break the anti-magic for everything, so you guys, all your shit could work.
I forgot about that actually.
I mean,
Like,
We're the
there's
boys.
that.
No, this
yeah, well,
Ah,
spoons. You got
if someone's
that's
strong
mashed
enough to choke
potatoes,
someone,
green
they
beans,
have
corn,
to.
that's ham, and that's white chili.
They also
that's
can't
hot
be
pot.
like tall and lanky either. You're gonna like
Put it on
lift
the side
someone
of
up
mine.
and
That
pull
was-
one of them. That's different
Go
than
off, then.
like gnome-sized person. You're like Balveric strength. He's like, all right, buddy, I'm gonna like or goblin.
Look at large
chop
you-
off
Yeah,
that.
but it's when to the DM, when's the limit? Because you got to keep an eye out for that. At least at a DM standpoint, because you got to see who's going to keep on using it and
It's
who's going to
mid-body.
abuse it. And then you got to go, okay, when?
You and your Japanese technology.
Yeah.
So that's like the big
I
thing.
think that was Korean actually.
So back to
I think
the.
I'm gonna add one last thing on
Go ahead.
that, Frank. I think Ink, because there needs, and Viking, you can probably agree with me on this too. There has to be a good balance between rule of cool, rules as written, and like you said, Shot, I'd be in
A nice
loosey
blend.
goosey with it.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
gonna break the world, but we want to make sure like it's not our world where
Yeah,
we can't
it's-
throw people like that. But in a
But-
world like a reality like that,
At the
is
time-
there potential or things like that?
At the time of what's going on, if it makes, like how we've been talking about out with Daggerheart, or Frank, and if it makes sense for the story, I think it's the perfect time to say, okay, I'm going to allow it, but there's going to be a consequence to it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like,
We don't need because that's all the plates.
So,
Yep.
so a little off topic on this
That's
one.
anyway.
After this campaign is over, we are going to do a string of mini campaigns. So first and foremost, the first one being Daggerheart.
Spoiler alert.
Daggerheart is going to be the first mini campaign that we do, followed by the Lord of the Rings one that John is going to do, and then a Pokemon inspired one that Timber is going to do, and then after that mini one is done, after all those 3 mini are done, then it goes to a party. And it goes to us to vote, which campaign are we going to continue. So, I was talking to John before we all started about this because he had an idea over there, and I was telling him for my, like, the mini campaign that I'm doing, we're going to do it, and then where we are ending is the perfect starting point to continue. To keep it going. That's why I'm doing this mini one. This is going to be like, the mini campaign for Daggerheart is going to be the intro to everything of why you guys are going out to begin with. What's the quest thing? But Daggerheart is a lot different. It's the newest game on the market for one. And two, it is story impacting. And it's not just the GM, DM doing it. It is everybody's putting a hand on it. So not all the stress has to go to the GM about it. That is going to go to the players. That's the whole thing.
And
That's why I like about Daggerheart so much.
To add to that, the Lord of the Rings campaign is very similar. Unlike Daggerheart, it uses 5e mechanics. There are a few things that are changed. You guys choose where to go. I'm not telling the story. You are the story. The thing behind it is I'm the lore master. So because this is a very established world. I mean, Tolkien alone spent 30 years crafting Middle-earth, writing 30,000 years of history, creating the Black Speech, creating the language of the elves, creating history of every location, why they're now in ruins, all of that. So I'm more there to keep it focused in world. You guys tell the story.
And since you have the most knowledge on Lord of the Rings, you also be able to establish if something is plausible or not.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. Like so for Daggerheart, for instance, to keep this all in check in mind, is we're playing the Age of Umbra, so very Dark Souls like. So that's the game mechanics. It's very Dark Souls like. So Timber and Aaron made their characters already. So Rogue and Druid are off the table.
I'll kiss you for this.
You can miss yourself, right?
This is the first thing I've eaten all day.
take it as good, or the fact that you've never had white chili before?
Or both.
I'm gonna say both.
Probably both. But I mean,
Anyway,
so the whole thing with the Age of Umbra, it is very dark. God's abandoned and forsaken the world completely. The up and left. So everything's in chaos. There's no light. You're going to be in like a Barovia setting to where everything is fear related. Everything is lack of light related. The use of magic is going to be either a love and hate thing. It's a miracle that you have this in your possession because gods had magic, or it is frowned upon to use magic because it's what started the curse, started the Umbra from coming all over. But I am playing it. I'm not playing it like how Matt did in introducing Daggerheart and playing the straight up Age of Umbra. I want to take the Dark Souls aspect of it.
and
That's my fanfare. I love those series. I
And
love Demon Souls all the way up to the Dark Souls and up to Elden Ring. I love all these storylines. I love the worlds. They are so beautiful and there's so much hidden lore in there that nobody knows unless you've actually played that game through and through. So that's why I really like to throw this in because it's dark.
and for anybody that's played Dark Souls, you know, that is a tough game. And
And it's
you
unreal.
die a lot in that game.
And so
I broke a lot of controllers.
Yeah.
On Dark Souls, I broke 4 controllers on one boss. The Dark Souls 3 tutorial. Hardest fucking boss in that game. Everyone else was easier than him.
But getting
Anyway.
into that and focusing back on track, so that's the plan moving forward after this campaign is over, is going into a mini series of different games and seeing which one are we going to continue for the campaign, and then the other two, we'll just vote on the other two. So we'll all get the chance to play
Yeah.
are the campaigns that
Just-
we really want
yeah.
to do. It's just we're going to see which one you guys want to play first out of the 3 and then go there. So, but with that, so for I guess this is for Timber. So one of the questions is for the DMs, what has been your favorite part of being behind the screen and watching what your party has had to endure during your part of the story?
So for me is each one of us has done something different, and like when you DM Frank, it's we got to check everything because we,
I play a lot of consequence.
yeah. Well,
So what
not
do you
only
think?
that, but also it's gotten to be a habit where Shy, Viking, you both can back me up on this. Ever since we went through 2 and 9 of Annihilation, we're checking everything because there's something we might miss.
Tomb of Horrors.
That too. There's something in there we might miss that we need is gonna help, or it's a cool little item to have that might have a story to help out later on.
I mean, Tomb of Horrors were going to kill you. It was killing you until a luck of the draw, divine intervention helped out with Rachel.
Love it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel was the only one that helped out when she was highest and did her divine intervention to get you guys out of that bottomless pit, or else you all would have died right
Yep.
then and there. So what's the favorite part? Being behind the screens that
Me personally is this is just me being in the evil guy, old mastermind and behind the plant and first off watching you guys be paranoid with every room you walk into now. Sorry, Frank. If you guys haven't seen that one yet, Frank decided to go check out a gem and ended up in the gem. But but not only that, but also when I do put a puzzle or a trap out, seeing you guys try to figure it out. Like it actually slowing down for a minute to think about it. Or like right now, you guys are playing Divide and Conquer. Not sure how well this is going to go for you guys in the long run, and because number one rule of Dungeons and Dragons: don't split the party. And right now, 2 of the party members are right now.
Are they?
Are they alone?
I don't think they are. To tell you the truth.
You also forget we have.
You tell me don't split the party. But there's this little pseudo dragon that can teleport y'all if I need to.
We also
What?
have a stranger living with us. Wherever the heck he's down in.
I'm invisible. Fuck you all. Get on my level. Have
No
that
one's
as
actually paid attention to Quill either, unless he's like, "Hey, I want to know this," and afterwards, everybody's just like,
You mean fuck up?
I'm not sure. I don't even need fucking invisibility.
people just see an owl in a whatever he's wearing. That's it.
I flash my cloak and then everyone leaves.
It's a neat party.
See, now that I've arrived 10 minutes ago, the party can actually start.
Oh boy, here we go.
So that's yours. So you're saying that, getting the paranoia again.
But also, it was watching you guys actually like try to solve these puzzles and traps. It's been mostly my favorite recently. Before going back to the train, was seeing how you guys worked in close quarters, because there wasn't much room to work with on there. It made things a lot harder, I think, for you guys. But the fact that you guys actually put it together, and got it to work, which led into a whole nother story arc, which when you took over Frank, but it made things a lot more interesting now.
I think the reward, again, going back to what I've said, is seeing you all come together. The other part of that, though, is throwing these curveballs at you, and watching what you guys expect to happen, and then the dawning of that's not actually what's happening. Case in point, the catacombs. You guys thought you had to fight the bone knocker. Turned out to be friend. And watching that dawn upon your faces was amusing. Little things like that. I like the subterfuge of being a DM.
Of course, I missed that one fight.
Yeah, that was a big swerve.
I think what you also mentioned, you feel very rewarded whenever we do well. It's not just, dang, now you have to throw something else out, dang. Like how over here we're like, oh, we didn't take that down or whatever, and we're upset, and they're like, yeah, we stuck it to them. You also have that aspect of like, yeah, you rolled good, but you're not like cheering yourself on. You're cool, you're throwing something a little more at us, and
Yeah.
giving us a challenge, but your happiest aspect is when we thrive, we figure things out, because not only does that mean that we understood what you put, you're watching your fellow players that you've played alongside, and now you're DMing.
Evolve.
Exactly.
Evolve and grow. And that's a big thing. Watching you guys finally come into what your characters can do, understanding them. And that's, Frank and I had talked about that a lot. Watching you guys pussyfoot around. That was one of the big things that I, coming in as a DM, wanted to stop. I know what you guys are capable of as your characters. I wanted to see that come to light. And again, Amari, the Draco Lich.
Yeah.
That was a shining moment. And I'm not, he said I'm holding that over your head. I'm not.
It was a highlight, but also you're like, crap.
Yeah, no, I was ecstatic at the end of that session watching you come out Because everybody, you have your own shell for your character. You broke out of that shell and laid waste to that fucking thing by yourself.
I would say for my best part is it's the curveballs that I can throw to knock you down a bit. Is what it is. When I see the group that think they're gods and think that they're high end and hey, I'm level 14, I'm level 15, I can do this, and this. I have access to 7th level spells. Okay, cool. Let's see how you do in the Tomb of Horrors. Not so well. It's that. My thing is making the story click. That's my big highlight because I know, especially you two weren't fully around for that. You guys weren't around at all. Timber knows it. John, I think you might know it. I know like Shy knows it. I know Will knows it. I know Tucker knows it. That the first campaign when we ended, I was in tears at the end.
Dude, you pulled heartstrings. You pulled your own heartstrings unintentionally.
You kept me informed. I had stuff going on.
The thing I love most about when I see a story done well by a DM is it, like I said, with how you've done things as well. It's not just you're trying to beat us down and beat us down and beat us down. And like, I know maybe some people feel like that. I'm not saying here, but in general, they might feel like, okay, they keep throwing things at us. There's no slight happiness. But I like when there is that blend. There is a little happiness in the story. It's not just bad times, dumpster fires, trauma dump. There is a little happy. There is a little sad. There can be a lot of sad and a good story and a lot of bad. But there are the breaks in the clouds. You bring in a little bit of happy because it's not just to like break the monotony, but every story has a little bit of good, whether even if it's a bad story. There's always something good.
I mean, I was legit in tears for that because the story clicked so well. The ending was good.
Our dice really started near the end rolling, even if we were like, I'm gonna do this. It's like,
And that's another thing too that I like. It's the story aspect. The whole thing with Strahd. You guys developed a love-hate relationship of it. You hated him because he showed up on every corner around trying to offer you guys to drink from the blood. He got one to do it. The fact that he jumped in because y'all think y'all were on like high horses and shit like that when he literally punched Carmine directly through and ripped her heart out in one single stroke. Like you did that and then you learned his story and then you felt sorry for him. You might not have, but to see that he wanted to die by the end of the campaign. He wanted to not be there anymore. And that was his whole thing. If you couldn't try again to get Tatiana, then he would die.
I feel like that's the cue of this campaign.
Well,
We have a love and hate for the BBEG.
right. I did that for Strahd and I did that for this time around, but I just didn't have Grievous a lot more in this.
It's been like that since the beginning of this campaign too, because everyone like that viewers didn't see is he showed up as this warrior of land. The great story is trusted by the big NPCs and everything that were helping control everything. And then all of a sudden, like it went from like the good music to a rift, and then it went bad music. It's like, well, this is me. But I love that.
I was
That's
gonna say
always good.
that campaign had so many roller coaster turns and hills.
It's getting like that here too. For Curse
Like,
like that.
It
This
was.
one's getting like that.
It's literally like playing a video game. When the music changes, you're like, shit.
That's what I was saying. You have like even with that, but there's even a lot of stuff like he said before. We don't know about Grievous that Lucy's learning through the books. Whether it's a love-hate relationship after that, nobody knows. Not everybody knows his actual history.
So you got what? One more book?
I
Well,
have
one and
half
a
a book,
One
and,
book and a half. So
but I do applaud that. You've done so well in your stories. A lot of the stuff has been pulled out of your space
anal sphincter.
But
I
I like
used to be
that.
keeping it, but
I-
alright.
That's me as a DM because I DM for so long.
But I like that. You blend, and I know a lot of DMs do that. They blend the story
I
and bring
don't
some
have
other stuff
one.
in.
I don't have a story.
No.
Everything comes out when it just blurps
No,
out
what
of
I'm
my
saying
ass.
is, even with,
Like,
even
no,
with
Out of your
seriously.
mouth?
No, seriously, this whole story, minus Strahd,
Yeah.
because Strahd went from 3 different source books. Went from the original Curse of Strahd, then I blended in stuff from Lunch Break Heroes, who redid Curse of Strahd because the original Curse of Strahd, there's only like 1 or 2 places that were worth looking into.
And you have
The Werewolf Den, there was nothing in there. There was no story in it. Lunch Break Heroes did put it in there, and in case you guys did go there, the whole thing with the werewolves and one going missing and one being captured by Strahd to do experiments on it to get that immune to silver
What did
aspect.
Beetle and Grim have? Like the addition from that one?
Beetle and Grimm, the one that with Matt Lillard and his team did, was they added more in-depth stuff. So it wasn't the fact of, they took stuff from they probably took stuff from the original Curse of Strahd and from all these other
And just
third-party
added on.
sources and put it all together. But the biggest thing that Beetle and Grimm did was made maps for everything. Made
So many maps.
storybooks. I mean, hell, the castle for Curse of Strahd took 9 maps to lay out. And we did. We covered this floor. I was curious about it. It had 9 maps.
I
to do
wish
the
we took a picture
basic
of that day.
courtyard of the fucking castle. 9 maps. The rollout ones. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bigger.
So, yeah. So the rollout ones that we were using before, it took 9 of them to
I
make
wish we
the
took a
whole
picture of
damn
that day,
castle
Frank.
outline. I did. I have it on my phone.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we did or not.
No, I have it on my phone. It took
We
9
literally
maps.
covered that entire room over there, Eric, because
Just for the floor. That's just for the courtyard.
And
there was, what, 25 maps altogether or something?
There are 32.
32.
And-
Oh, so 25.
now somebody has actually designed a full 3D printed
Curse of Strahd.
Curse of
Yeah.
Strahd.
Castle Ravenloft.
Right.
It opened up
Just
this
seen
freaking
it.
dollhouse.
It is completed. I believe it's like 130 kilograms
Yeah.
of resin.
Yeah,
And
it's-
the
it's-
elevator trap works.
Oh, cool.
Everything in there. It had what, moving stairs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in there moves.
It's completely lit up. It has a light switch trigger that it lights up all the rooms, every single torch, and most of it's hand painted.
And
Or airbrush.
I forget who makes it, but
I've
you
seen
can
it, no.
pay for the STL files and print it yourself.
Oh, jeez.
But that's
That
what
thing will be
Damn.
running for a while.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact of how your stories
Multiple
are.
birds.
I do like, because you've mentioned it before, it's good to do that, not to just stick to the book, unless you're learning, which is okay. But a lot of the stuff, even like the beginning of this campaign, a lot of the stuff was pulled out, but you had some stuff with a narrative to have references on certain things, but other than that, it was just, here's this world. Like the thing we're going into in the last world, that's all made up. Yeah, we have a map, but the places that were created and the areas that we located are entirely in the mind, not in a book.
So, we're going to hit this one question and then we're going to hit a little break for this. Because then we can, when we come back from break, we'll do the Secret Santa that we all did. And continue on with that, with Timber actually running this side of the thing. Being, of what your sports journalism does. So this one question, because I want to hit this up because we're targeting DMs for now. I want to keep it on the same point. So for the 3 DMs here, so Timber, Viking, and me.
Okay, I'm out.
Go fuck yourself, Eli.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, because you weren't here for it. You weren't here for
I
it.
know. I knew you meant
So
like the people.
for
who
us
we
3
had-
that were here, what has been the biggest part of the stream to serve event, and what were your thoughts from that day? What would you change, and what would you want to do, and would you want to continue it for next year?
You know what? I want you to go first because you got it organized. I mean, you started it. To be
We may
honest.
have like
I had
peppered
help.
in. Yeah, we've
Timber was
peppered
mine,
in some
was
stuff,
mine.
but
Yeah.
You know, kind of like mediator between that and possibly, you know, the Four Horsemen store. too.
Which, shout out to those guys.
Four Horsemen in Morgantown.
Yep.
Yeah. So with,
Yep.
with Ron and
Dave,
Dave.
Nick.
Get weekly.
Nick,
Yeah,
I'm sure we're forgetting other guys that were there that day, but
but you know who you are.
again, but
So the biggest part on that day was, for me, it was the moments before. It was, oh, we're going to have a big tournament. Are we, you know, because they had another tournament right then and there. So
Yeah.
that's what I was like, fuck, we're not going to have the space. We have a shit ton of people show up. And then, you know, I want to start off like a dragon through ceremony. So that's what I wanted to do. And it was just that fear that, shit, I don't know any of these people. I'm going to DM for total strangers that I don't even know on a first name basis yet. And, you know, all that shit, like, that was my big thoughts. I think the thing that I would probably change is to secure the venue for the day, meaning nothing else was going to happen, so we can have a lot more players show up. I mean, I'm cool with what we did.
We did amazing for.
yeah,
We did
for this
amazing
being
for it. For it being the first one we ever did a charity event wise and do 14.74 for that day alone, minus the $75 that I already put into it. But to have that was only 75. So what was the other 1,400 from that day?
Yeah.
Literally from that day. I mean, I can't tell you. God forbid that guy probably hated us. The one who was working the counter, pushing that shit, giving us little post-it notes
No,
all the damn
no.
time. Fireball here. No IED there. No hailstorm over there. The fuck.
no, he was excited about that because
He was. He wanted it. He wanted the misfit.
he wanted the
bullshit to
chaos.
happen.
I will say that was
He
probably
telegraphed that to everybody who came in.
This is what I think was the best part of it. It was we had complete and total strangers that were getting told about it at the counter or as they were walking in, and there was people watching the screen to see what was going on, and they're like, "What is this? Oh, they're playing D&D for Wounded Warrior Project. Like, the money is going to help veteran." And everyone just threw money. Like, I sat there at the counter, or just taking the little break, and they're like, "Well, here's $20 to add on to that." They only went in for like 2 pack of cards and a thing of sleeves. That's a $10 or thing, and they just doubled and tripled what they spent just to help out. Well, so I think that was probably one of the big successes, and having, again, total strangers come in to help out. But also, I think the other thing was because we were talking about trying to find something to do for this. And just talking, nothing was sticking. And then just by a random trip in the Four Horsemen one day, hey, is what started that. And again, and shout out to Nick and Ron for talking with us that day. Hey, Dave as well, to make this whole thing get started.
Spend at least 2 days talking in the office
to
figure out what we're doing,
Discord,
what's all going
Discord
down.
and Facebook chats.
Yeah.
And
How
there was
much
a lot
did
of
you guys raise again?
$1,400, and we were the 4th highest one this year for String to Serve.
For String to Serve.
And this was our first year doing it, which is
First year doing it.
The
We
impressive.
came in 4th. Now, the only thing probably I would change is I would probably want to expand it to a 2-day event. And target here too. Because I know a lot of people probably wanted to play here, from this area that couldn't go all the way down to Morgantown to go play.
Yeah. No, I
We
think
played in West Virginia. We played 45 minutes away, and we spent 6 hours filming straight because it was about 6 to 7 hours for that whole battle royale to come to an end.
I knew it.
And that's okay. For one, it was 6 hours and 47 minutes in total. But
From
it's the
start to
thing.
finish.
It's the thing of the friendship with me too with the Four Horsemen. I mean, I was dumb enough to come in gear next to Dave, who had shit there.
which if you guys haven't seen the video, please go on Instagram and TikTok.
You know, we gotta send you those videos to get them uploaded.
Yeah, of me picking a fight with another DM in prop weaponry fighting and got my ass handed to me.
With a big
Twice.
wiggly
Twice.
weapon.
Oh, it's that video.
I used my sword from Dragon Thrones.
The
and
first match, Dave
My-
came out with a
my-
pole arm.
he had a quarterstaff and whipped my ass with it.
Mhm.
And then I was like, hey, that's not fair, you gotta reach. He goes, okay, cool. So he pulled out
A
a
short sword.
tentacle and a foam short sword and whipped my ass even more.
And
I didn't know the guy was actually, martial art trained in a sense.
Didn't
And I
we have
had
the
a
same thing?
little fencing background.
We seen not to like veer off, but we kind of seen the same thing happen to Dragon Thrones, where there was someone that actually learned how to like fight, and he was in the fight pits that everybody like walked in on, and he 2-weapon fought.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, it was comical. If you haven't got a chance to watch it, please go on to the
Yeah,
social
you
medias.
Hellfarian bastards, I know who you are.
I think
You
one.
guys met them because they were at the wedding. You
Yep.
guys did.
They were
meet
awesome to talk with.
My family, my adopted
We gotta go back
mother,
in sometime.
father, and
Kurt, they want me.
oh yeah.
We definitely gotta like
You
make
have
a trip
class,
for the weekend.
especially if you would have met their DM.
But-
Their DM is flat out there, and he wanted, like when we talked when we went to Dragon Thrones for that, like when we learned what was going down, like with the overall main story of the whole goddamn event, we banded together, and I literally went across to every goddamn house. I went through all the factions and grabbed anybody there who had paladin-esque abilities.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but do you remember our first Dragon Thrones and the jester that came out with the head and dropped it, and the one character that he killed? Yeah, I freed him. That was I was the reason why he got out.
But anyway,
Classic.
But I mean, like with that in tow, like that was the main thing that was like with there. I wanted to have. I had that all envisioned in my mind. I wanted to do Dragon Throne-esque shit in the beginning and make this whole elaborate scene of why you're here and using the Four Horsemen as not only the judges of the arenas, but also the big bad bosses at the end that were just watching and actually stood in the final scene in the final arena. All 4 of them stood there to watch, and it's not till one person wanted to attack him. They just went, okay, fuck this.
alright.
And I just went to all of you guys and go, hey, you're all standing around the table watching this shit go down, watching the finalists go down, and one of them wanted to sling a spell at a horseman. I was like, okay, cool, lair action.
And it was,
roll a 1d4
So-
and see who went.
and each one was something we all had.
Yeah.
Each
And-
one uses the ability. I mean,
And
that was an amazing day. Something in the near future probably I would want to do is I would want to spark it again. Do it again, but do it 2 days. 1 or 2 weekends. 1 weekend down there.
we can,
Pull the final 8, whatever. Next weekend do it up here. Pull it down to the final 8 and then come down here for the final. Use Gamevault for the final. We have 2 rooms. We can do 2 things. And take it down. I mean, they surprised me at the end because there wasn't one winner. 5. There's 5 overall, and they, and I brought them in for the
the one episode.
one episode to where we jumped down to, that was these guys just asked me again, hey, can we come back? We like it. So maybe the last world, maybe you'll see them again. And I can go full balls to the wall on you guys.
Oh no.
And Steelboat randomly comes back.
But I,
Holding the door as a shield.
yeah. Every time it gets hit, sorry, door.
There's just
Sorry, dog.
you see a black corridor with no shadow or lights within it. You hear one thing after a loud slam.
That
Sorry, door.
But
that would be mine. So what are you guys? You guys play. You guys were DMs. So what's one thing you would want to see? You would want to change, or what were your thoughts on it? I mean, Timber, you played a Yu-Gi-Oh inspired.
I
or
made
Pokemon.
no, I did Yu-Gi-Oh inspired. I made the magical labyrinth. Included the labyrinth tank, Jirai Gumo, a couple other things. The Gate Guardian. But anyway, I think my biggest thing was trying to prepare for a party that I didn't know what we were going to do, because our tables were random, and I think that was the big thing that I was nerve-wracking about. I'm like, okay, who am I going to get? What characters are going to come play at my table, and what curveballs are they going to throw at me, and what curveballs am I going to have to throw back at them? And I think the biggest thing I had difficulty with was I only had 2 players at my table.
Yeah.
I've had
I would want to get more next time.
so I think something I change is I'd like to advertise it better, because the biggest thing we had at that point in time was word of mouth, the posters, and the Facebook look and post. So I think next year, or if we do this again, which I'm hoping we get to do it again, is I want to blast it a little bit more and try to get more players involved.
Maybe you can use your sports journalism shit to get the local news.
See, what we can do. No, maybe.
That might generate a
Might.
You also do a radio thing, don't you?
He doesn't do it anymore.
No, I got.
I think, touching base on that, I think what avenues we're branching out to now is also going to be a big contributor. Our Instagram's becoming big. Our TikTok's getting up there. YouTube's getting up there. Facebook's getting up there. So I think that's a big contributing factor. Yes, going out, using your sports journalism, reaching out, doing community relations, media relations, things like that will be a big benefit. But social media is also a real big factor in it too. Everybody's on social media these days, be it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram,
Twitter, X,
Twitter.
whatever that thing's called.
yeah, X. Well, not so much anymore.
Not
It's dying off.
And then Twitter is X.
Yes, it's Twitter.
The other one, and I would consider it social media, even though it's really not. Snapchat.
No, it isn't social media.
I don't know if it reaches out to a broad spectrum of people to see unless you're friends with them.
I mean, depends.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're like me, who's got a store that goes to that's targeted for the college you went to. I'm been graduated for 2 years now, but I still will see updates from the group that I graduated with and everybody before and after me.
On Snapchat?
It's literally said there's
I
been
see like media thing about celebrities. I don't see anybody else's like actual like.
You can on Snapchat they have like schools you can join, and if
Yeah.
you stay within it, you the only way you can get out of it is if you leave it yourself. Because so many people join.
Oh, the stories I see are just my friends. Anyway, I've added those
but
daily stories. I see.
there's those something else, and I know we've talked about this one for Hank, is Extra Life. I know.
Touch that.
I know we haven't touched that part, or I know Four Horsemen is big on doing that one, so maybe we get in touch with those guys. Is next year we do this again, and with
So there's gonna have to be 2 dates that we set. One for if we do Warrior again, and then the other one is for Extra Life.
I mean,
would love to do one for them.
Shout out to Roll to Heal. If you haven't heard about them, they are a not-for-profit
They're a non-profit, yes.
organization that uses D&D to help those with PTSD, be it military, EMT,
First responders.
first responders, to combat it.
We are not psychologists by any means. We are trained through the VA to be a sentinel for mental health to help with catching that. And for us as the DMs for it, is to develop a safe place to have these guys come and play. And as we're telling the story, we are slowly making sure we're not triggering their PTSD, but to also help them combat.
And
That's
I will say, as a veteran with PTSD, D&D has helped me. Because I don't have to worry about daily life anymore. It's a moment to just literally enjoy life.
I would love to do a fundraiser for them.
I'm not even saying do a fundraiser.
Chris is a really cool guy to get to know.
I'm not even saying using, but the outreach that they have.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Maybe we can pair that. Maybe we can pair Wounded Warrior with Roll to Heal and do not so much a charity event, but to have. I know there are a couple. I know there's not a chapter house yet in Pittsburgh, but there's people from Roll to Heal in Pittsburgh.
yeah.
So maybe I can pull those DMs out there, or the ones who are close, and we have one in
We have
New
one big
York.
event.
There's 3 chapter houses in New York. Maybe I can pull those DMs down to do a veteran-based with Wounded Warrior and also a Roll to Heal at the exact same time. That we're doing a Roll to Heal event with the same time of doing Wounded Warrior, and we could do a split fundraising for them. I mean, that way we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and also do Extra Life. That way it's not like 3 separate events.
Right.
It would be 2 for the veteran aspect of it, and maybe we'll do before Veterans Day,
Or for
or around. I would say not on the day of, but it'd be cool. Like you said, you were there before and you met the people from Wounded Warrior who were there at the booth. Maybe we figure out when they will
I
come.
actually just found it on the contact card for that, so I
So
gotta
maybe
remember
we
to
can
get that to you.
figure out when they're coming. If they're coming like a couple days beforehand, maybe schedule before that booth. That way, when they're in town and they can come down and be a part of it. If not, maybe one of them gets the DM for it,
Or just be a player.
or be a player, or do a more announcement for them, or what they're really about, what do they do, have that outreach more.
That's
Maybe I get Chris down there for Roll to Hill, and both of them pair up, and hey, this is what we do.
I'd like to do something a little bit more, or like, there's a lot of stuff. With it being our first year, or it was a learning experience, I think is the best way to describe
I
it.
think we would change the battle card around. The donation card around, because
Yeah.
that was kind of chaotic.
Oh boy,
A lot of people was dropping fireballs and hellstorms and mortar strikes, and not so much throwing.
Here's a care package.
Here's a
here.
medic. Here's
You
a
wanna
care
feel
package.
better? Let's go destroy that person.
No, let's
That's
just
murder
mortar strike, mortar strike, mortar strike, mortar strike. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
That's why those were paid higher.
There was so many of them. I had 9 right across my table, all sitting there. I'm like, oh shit.
Hey guys,
But
run.
I think I had the whole outside of my laptop completely covered in post-it notes for all the
I
demonstrations.
think there's a picture up online, and it wasn't just your laptop. It was the laptop and the DM screen.
They just popped the daisy chain, but it's fireball.
It's pretty much what it was. It was a fireball. It was fireball.
It was a mortar
Hellstorm.
strike daisy chain.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But here's what the funny one was: is anytime, like, I can't think of his name. He wrote all random things. And so there were certain conditions that had to be met for this to happen.
Yes.
And like, if anybody rolled a nat 20,
is when it went on.
When,
Yeah.
or
Failed or rolled out or didn't hit the player or
Rolled odd numbers.
rolled on an odd number or
Rolled
something like
even
that.
numbers.
Yeah, there are different triggers for
there's
it.
high, mid, or low.
I mean, yeah.
It,
I mean,
it
there's
was
a lot of stuff we did. I mean, John, you haven't touched base yet.
Getting into it, it was overall. I can't speak like you two did. You had a lot of chaos going on. You only had 2 players. The guys that I had at my table were their own chaos.
you had the fun table.
They had a blast. One guy got ejected 3 times and brought back 3 separate times by magical effects, by his own abilities.
He's respawned.
Yeah, he literally respawned. It was. I had a lot of fun. I wish I could have streamed that table. That's my thing is I want the ability to stream it next time because, like you said, these were complete random strangers. But at the end of the day, looking at everybody who played, they all had fun. And I think if we can get more people next time to do it,
We can fill the tables.
we can fill the tables.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave's map was fucking chaotic as fuck.
Dave is a ball of chaos on his own. And Dave, you see this.
I remember we were all
lovely brother.
breaking because he was doing that Star Wars event, and we all sitting around his table, and he had these treasure boxes just lined everywhere, all scattered throughout the map, and some people were opening them, and it was like, hey, here's an ancient dragon just popped out of the goddamn chest and lay waste. What? Here's a tentacle from a Leviathan monster. Like, half of these treasure boxes hold monsters in them. I was like, what the fuck?
Hold on, let's not forget his wild magic chart. The 1001 and wild
the
magic chart.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000
That's
wild
what
magic.
my table loved was the 10,000. They put so much money into that.
Yeah, because we did Annie's. Every round was Annie's. Either you wanted to heal, you wanted to
Heal.
Bane, blast,
Bless.
whatever. No, let's just do the 10,000 wild magic chart and having to search through that shit.
And that's one of the things when I was talking about the chaos that they created for themselves. My terrain was an ice cavern. They rolled it where all water begins to instantly boil.
Wow.
So this entire frozen surface of ice that went down 50 feet began to boil.
I got to experience high tide. Oh.
You know what one of them did to one of the monsters? This is Sparta! And booted it.
I mean, that's one way to get rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
When that happened, one monster who has no swim capabilities was standing on the ice. Well, now, it's dead. It's dead. It can't swim. It's too heavy. It's
something.
dead. I was like, hey,
I was thinking that was the only one who didn't have the monsters on the field.
Yeah, I can't say
Honestly,
I did.
who did any of you use a Tarask? Anyone?
No.
Use a Tarask? I'm very disappointed with all of you.
For one, I didn't have a lick of monsters in mine.
You're exempt. I'm disappointed with both of you.
Mine
I had the
literally.
Gate Guardian, which
I literally spent probably around, I would say, $200 in making a full terrain map. And I did literally with John's, with a little bit of John's aid from it, and pictures, and I did a old school military boot camp training course.
and I will say this, it was probably one of the best looking maps out there that day. And the fact that we got to bring back the original ice cavern map from the very first
And all I did
episode.
was take foam and just break it apart and stack it and glued it all, and then John painted it all into what it is now.
And I will say
I
that
just set the base.
Send me a photo though.
I have it at the house. You come over any given point in time to look at it.
it was enough chaos between all of us. I will say this, Frank, you will probably agree, is we were exhausted by the end of the day.
yes.
Especially considering you and I were there the latest, because once we got done, once we
it
got
was
done,
then it was
clean up.
It was cleanup. It was figuring out
Um,
the money situation and all the thing that was going to happen to figure out how much we raised, and cleaning up, taking all of our gear down, breaking all of our gear down.
Loading it up into the cars, which, again, thank you to Ron and company for letting us use the facilities. And I think the better part was when we asked about the table poles, they're like, no, let them, we'll fix them later. If the
That's the
gamers,
only thing we didn't move. We didn't go back and change with the tables because nothing to worry about.
because like we harped on that for about a good 10 minutes about if we needed to fix it.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's fine. And the guys that are having tournaments here want to fix it, they'll do it themselves.
But do I want to do it again next year? Absolutely. Do I want to have better, do better advertisement? Yes. Do I
Better
want to
turnout?
tackle more and get a better turnout for it? Yeah, I do. I mean, I would love to get, Channel 2 or
4, 11,
whatever's down in, Morgantown, like the local news team down there
Yes.
actually film the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not to film it, just to do a part on it that, hey, we're coming down here to do this.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna say, I'm not trying to give us PR, but that's the awareness for us.
It was also
Awareness
PR
for-
for the Wounded Warrior.
PR
And
for
if
the
we
Wounded
get-
Warrior,
and
for Roll Eel,
Extra life.
Extra Life. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's to attract that shit. I mean, I think the biggest thing would be, again, I'm gonna shout this out there because fuck it, motherfucker's only 45 minutes away. Is to get the biggest celebrity from me down here only lives 45 minutes away. Joe Manganiello. And he was already at
Could you
UGCon.
imagine if someone would convince?
I would love to have him come down, or one of the Critical
Could
Role
you
people come.
imagine if you would convince Lillard to do that because he loves that stuff. He
I
loves.
would have died.
No, like I
he's
threw
found a
that
cause.
out there
He
too.
loves being able to see his fans. He's a really sweet person.
I would have had
But he
a heart
also
attack
has
and
a really
died.
big thing for D&D right now as well.
Yeah, but it's not about that. Like I wanted to get the cast the Critical Role down. I would love like Matt Mercer to DM the table for that, for this,
Yeah.
or any of them. To have any of the cast DM it or be a celebrity guest player for it. And just drop a bombshell on, hey, you guys are doing this. This is cool. Like Travis is real big on that. Travis Williams does shit for the military for that, and always talks about when they do, the local military fundraising charity shits. I would love to have one of those guys come down and, guest play or guest DM or whatever. But I know that would generate a shit ton of it that
No.
you are not going to be ready for.
Not gonna lie. If
I-
Travis or Laura had anything to do with it, I'd be losing shit.
I would lost my shit. Okay? If any of you
Laura's
would have
one of my top 10 favorite voice actresses.
You have
like,
to open a bigger venue.
Oh, yeah.
We
And
would
it
have to
has
use
to
the
be
whole
one
mall. We would have that many things, but we wouldn't have the DMs to do it.
yeah.
No.
But that would be like the biggest thing. Is I would love that crap. I would love to have.
Personally, Frank, here's what I'd like to do if we could do it. You were talking about having an event there and having an event up here. What? This was just an idea. Me just spitballing an idea. One of us and Dave, maybe another DM, Four Horsemen. You guys up here, and then Sunday
We go down there.
the championships
Multi places.
is either here or
Right. Well, no, that's why I wanted to do
It's-
like regionals and then.
it's like I said, spitballing an idea.
No,
Yeah.
I mean I thought about that and doing that.
But
That's why I want to have like multiple things and then drop it down to like one or two, and then have a central location for the thing, whether it be like here or whatever.
well, depends on how many people and how many brackets we do. But that's neither here nor there right now.
But
So
I think we talked a good bit. We did with the whole got with the DM things. We're gonna do the player side here in a little bit, but we're gonna take a break. I think we're gonna get refreshed. Let you guys get refreshed, and then when we come back, we're gonna do our Secret Santa and our Shades episode for the end of the year. So see you guys in a little bit. Just
1,000 likes for me to beat my meat on live.
No!
No! No!
No!
No!
Oh my
Cancel! Cancel! Cancel!
More questions to come.
Hey everyone, Jonathan here from the D20 Misfits, also known as Viking. I've got a sponsor today that I'd really like to give a shout out to. Dubby. I'm a hardcore energy drink user. I'll do 2, 3 energy drinks a day. This stuff, let's cut that out. If you're interested, go to w.com and on checkout, use our code D20 Misfits 10 to get 10% off. Again, Dubby, well done.
Did they answer yours?
And welcome back, guys. As now I've taken over the main chair here. Frank has moved over there, and Shy back there. So, oh my. No, we're not. No, no. I know, right? With Eli's,
It just turned into an OnlyFans page right now. Fuck.
This is some limited content for $100.
Very.
Anyway,
We will block it behind a paywall.
so
$100.
as we had said before break, we did do Secret Santas. So, Frank, how do you want to go about this?
Start in the circle.
Start with you.
Yeah,
At
and
the
go
front.
around the circle.
All right, so let's see.
Wait, before we open them, do we announce who it's
Do it
from?
afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, open it, man. Yeah.
Well, we can take a guess first and see who it was.
Brevity to it.
Nice, nice.
Anyway,
You see it, you show it, and then afterwards, I think we'll leave it up to the person whether or not they want to tell who got it.
Oh, I put name tags on my stuff. I didn't
Yeah, so
realize
did
we
I.
were keeping it a secret.
so
Your Secret Santa.
Mastodon.
one of the new
Reignitions.
yeah, one of the reloads for the Power Ranger set. So
They didn't have the green Ranger. I'm sorry, but Merry Christmas.
thanks, Eli.
You had ruined it immediately.
these, so just want to go.
Sure, we'll go around.
So, Frank, if you would.
Go around. I got this, which I'll open my code. And I feel like it's going to explode because
No.
Will said push here.
Make sure you just hit the button before you open the card. That's fun.
I did.
Look at the front of it though, it's funny, I probably got it.
Glitter bomb? No.
Holy crap. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
That's fine. Me and Will figured it's the least we can do.
That's cool. Thank you.
You want me to tell you what's there or not?
No.
Okay. That's the surprise part.
And then whatever this damn thing is.
That's a bag with a book.
So, well, Frank, I know you are one of the collectors of D&D books. I opted to snag the very last copy that Four Horsemen had with the alt art. That is the alt art one.
This is the expansion.
Yes.
Frank's immediately lost the
Merry
plot.
Christmas.
Fucking chimera!
Hold on, hold it up, because I can only see the wings on here.
That's fucking gnarly.
And I was so jealous of it, I went and bought another one so I could have one for myself.
That's
Oh, yeah, Christmas
fucking
tree.
gnarly.
Twinsies!
No, it's swooping down in front of a tree, like behind a tree.
The way it looks on
That's
camera, it
not-
does look
did
like
you
it's
paint
holding a
that?
Christmas tree.
I have the progression photos if you'd like to see them, but yes, I did paint that.
God damn, dude.
But we
It is
we
my
all collectively
current
agreed,
favorite
Frank,
work
that since
right
you
now.
weren't in the Secret Santa, we all elected
Beautiful.
to get you
I won't get the second one as good as that one.
something in for her Christmas. And when I saw that they had the
The artificer shit.
yeah.
You're still not done, Frank.
What?
You're still not done.
The fuck? Oh, you talking about this? Oh, damn. Cause I gotta do John's too. And then,
Holy shit!
holy fuck! Jesus Christ!
Merry Christmas.
Right?
Make a miss.
So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Marina
4,
told me
5,
lions
6.
and D&D, so boom, Chimera.
I mean,
Yeah. And Lion Shield, you know.
well, cause I'm a Leo adventurer. But damn, I wasn't expecting all this. That's cool as shit.
Just so you guys are aware, you all got that many. I did it equal.
I think it's wicked tough.
That really,
Fucking thing.
there we go.
Damn, kid.
Follow my art page on Instagram. I don't post it
I
a
can't
lot,
wait to
but
What
use
is your
this
art
now.
page on Instagram?
Frank's
Oh,
you're gonna find a way to
great.
put that into
I
the
don't
game.
know that.
Eli just did. He made it possible.
Be careful with it.
so if you ever want anything painted, just let me know. I will happily paint miniatures.
Gladly be that.
And I figure you would have some fun with that book because now we'll expand on some stuff that we've talked about. All that we were just coming up with homebrew stuff for.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking into this.
Uh,
I need to
Airships.
paint
and
Tiamat.
I may or may not have been looking through that book while I was at work today.
bastions. Airs.
And she's this big, by the way.
There's also a thing for
Oh,
Dragon
she's
Marks
huge.
now,
Yep, I see that too.
and I thought you'd
It's still
I
small
thought you'd
when it's wrapped.
appreciate that one.
I'll have to send you
Mark of Mystery.
I need this surprise.
So I guess we'll move on to Viking.
I don't have the space.
So John, I'll do this first.
Thank you.
Because you don't do velvet.
That's my go-to color in Pyro. That's really pretty. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you're more of a tealy blues black style player, so I was like, I kind of threw the pink ones in there for shiggles.
It's fine.
And then
Thank you.
Those might end up being
You're
the next
welcome.
lucky dice. Pink though.
You want to put it back in? Or you want to use the
We'll just throw it all.
Gotcha.
Okay,
So-
I
so,
have a very strong affinity for not affinity, a distaste for the texture of
An
the
aversion.
velvet. Yes.
This wrapping
I was
paper's
not
hurting
aware,
my eyeballs.
otherwise I would have given Timber the velvet back.
The wrapping paper's hurting my eyeballs. It's like 3D.
Oh.
Oh no. What the?
So
Is that?
I may or may not have lied to you when I asked you about Vikings.
Turn.
It's
Put him in
It's
camera. I
Norse
can't see.
Stitch.
It's a Norse stitch. It's a Viking stitch.
So
I
that was-
asked
that
him
was
about
in your
Viking
story.
stuff,
Oh.
and I'm like, hey, I'm making a new character. I need help.
That's awesome. I
So,
fucking love that.
That's
Sorry
the-
about that. I went to Westmoreland Mall, couldn't find a fucking thing. Okay, I am shocked. I found just a stitch, and then I had to make everything for it.
Good job.
That's still
I,
fantastic.
I really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Well,
She makes
except for
costumes,
the
yeah.
the.
I thought it was like a
necklace.
Build-A-Bear type order.
No, except for the necklace.
That
I
would have
didn't
been
make the
way out of
necklace.
budget, I'm not gonna lie.
I bought the necklace.
That is cool as shit.
Yeah, it is. I love that.
She was costume team before me.
At Home Hills.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's
I
gonna be
could not
ri- that's
find
gonna be
a
riding
fucking
shotgun
thing
with
that was
Viking
Lord of
from
the
now
Rings.
on.
I went to every single little mall, or every single little store, everything. And then the thing here that you wanted, gone.
So
So I had to
that
do
is
something.
pretty cool.
That's awesome. I really
I was like, oh, if you would have time, you should have done like little fur braids.
I
And
did
she
that
was like,
today.
I don't have time for that. But that would have also been good.
She was even thinking about makeup and stuff,
Yeah,
but
I literally was I was trying to make it a hat, but I wanted it to go in like the ears, and then like the hat would have come down on the head, and I'm like, you know what, screw the hat, it's fine. And then
No,
I tried
that's
making it a
not-
little
That-
axe,
that-
and then
that-
I couldn't break the wooden, I couldn't like break the dowels, and I'm like, I don't have time for this, it's fine. So, and then I was also gonna make him chainmail, but I valued my mental health.
you should see the costumes she makes. You
All right,
see her?
Liz.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
What's it be?
So she's going for the dice first.
Like the pretty greens.
No, don't do that.
Just, I would be careful. I don't have a matte finish on him, so just be careful of rubbing too hard.
You're welcome, baby.
No, I can't drag that. Oh, jeez.
You can't what?
Hold on.
I mean, by all means, I mean, you know what business I'm in, so I ain't gonna judge, but.
He can't.
You
He can't.
hold on.
through.
You're the one.
Hold on.
Can we let Liz open her present?
Yeah,
How do we go
Yeah.
back?
Play.
I missed something.
Play. No, you didn't.
Okay.
No,
Just keep it.
all I gotta say is, Eli, you're the one that says the most out of pocket shit, and that's what gets you bothered.
No.
Open. Rip
I
it.
am. I was looking for a hole.
Not a kid. What she said.
Not together.
It's another box.
Watch, there's gonna be a box inside a box.
Oh, there's tape.
I don't have anything stabby.
I don't got a pocket knife.
Got it.
That's what nails is for.
Styrofoam
I don't have any. Bite mine off. Whoa.
Well, show the rest of the class.
I'm scared. Is it a skull?
Oh, it's a skull fushigi.
So how do you do what?
Fushigi. So,
It has
Uh,
a little stand too.
you remember the little
This is
ball that
cool.
David Bowie plays with in
I
Labyrinth?
like it.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
fushigi.
not as awesome as
Ah, it's like the juggernaut.
I have a little leg that I can go on top of.
But it's got a skull in the middle of it, so
I'm terrified to grab
that's
this thing.
that's like perfect
Watch
for
the
bones.
cat too.
Should
Good point. It's going in a tote until we move.
It's staying in the box.
Mom, what's
So it
this?
can go on a shelf to where she can't get it.
You're welcome.
You guys got each other. That's crazy.
I know, yeah, that is. That's pretty cool.
So, moving on now. All.
Dice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
Sure, you open.
She did her dice.
Yeah. He's
Yep.
next. He's going for the desk.
All right, I like that. It's a nice terracotta color.
I know you're into interesting colored ones, so I was like, okay.
I like that.
Which ones are those, Eli? Those look pretty cool. Oh, those are sick.
I like those.
Don't worry, you got most of the blue ones. They're at home.
I was just wondering.
I should have turned it around and given it away. Oh, it's right there too.
No offense. Timber and my stuff is also wrapped in the same stuff, so there was no way you were getting around it.
Oh, fuck you. Look at this guy. Blood ugly pets. I haven't heard of the pets yet.
Now, we were between that one and the Gizmo one from Gremlins.
Okay, thank God it wasn't the Gizmo because I do not like that movie.
So I made a good
You don't
call.
like Gremlins?
Oh, it's got bunny
Oh,
ears.
bunnies are my favorite animal.
I thought it was a dog.
Oh, I knew it was a bunny. I
It's a
thought you
happy
did that on
accident, don't
purpose.
He's so zooted.
Hey, that's perfect for you.
I know.
Now you can walk around with your bunny costume.
With him.
Yeah.
All right.
Fully expecting a hat.
Swerve.
That's the biggest plot twist in D&D I've had.
I'm curious to see what minis there are in there.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty box.
I gave
Listen,
Will
I did the
a
whole
helium tank.
weighing.
Oh, I do that
I
each
gave
time I'm
Will
in
a
there.
helium tank
I was like,
box.
okay, that one's kind of
Like
heavy,
stuff
so.
stuff in his- the first birthday I did with him.
I go bankrupt on these.
I'm
Like,
just
that's how I have so many
helium
D&D
tank.
minis. I
Oh.
just buy the cases at a time, like the full package case.
Well,
That's
listen,
what
I was
I
between that or
Oh.
get Eli. I was between getting you one of those or getting you the box of or the deck of mini insults.
Oh, that's his stomach. I thought
What's
that was
that from?
This is Icons of the Realms Monster Massacre Menacer 3. It is unfortunate I do already have this guy, but that is okay.
Which one is that?
It's the Mouth of Granglor. So this is I have two of him now.
That's cool.
I was a little concerned when you opened it and all I saw was a butt, but it's his stomach.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment with this group.
We got a gazer.
That's cool.
Will you shoot this?
Yeah, another kobold. I have like 20 kobolds and I love it.
Full
I have an
kobold
army.
army.
You need to get a miniature trench coat and stack 3 of them on top. of
They
each
actually
other.
have that as an actual mini.
That is an actual mini, but it's always sold out at Four Horsemen.
Is that a
You're gonna
word?
sleep with that fucking thing.
Grown ass man, I fucking damn right I will.
Speaking of pets, how
Like
pretty is
$5.
I don't have a sea
She's
spawn
a chewing
yet.
gum.
Oh,
That's
no?
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She knows her own toys.
That's cool. I have more of a
Sea
snuggle buddy.
spawn.
You should probably ask mine now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I figured, you collect minis like Frank collects D&D books, so.
Can't wait.
So moving on, Unshy.
For my cat.
Spoiler alert, most of yours are purple.
That's okay. I'm okay. I got like this cool one with like froth in it. It's yellow.
Yes.
It reminded me of beer.
Butterbeer. Almost. Yeah. Black and purple. Dark purple.
Oh, it does have teeth. The hair was like hovering.
I kind of like whenever I can only see the top set of teeth.
Yeah.
It makes it 10 times better. But he does have full fucking molars.
So I guess we're like Liz and Viking though.
Yeah.
And we're sitting beside each
Well,
other.
see, the thing is you two got each other. I'm assuming we got each other.
The
You
dice.
two got each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got
And I
me.
full
I got
contribute to Frank.
It's almost like how my mom wraps things. Can't find the ends of it. Jesus.
I think
Yeah,
so.
more dice.
Look at the inside of them.
I know, I see. There's a little. There it is. There's a little bat inside by itself.
Nice.
And one of the wings is broken off of it.
Aw.
It's okay. Glue works.
Yeah, they're teeny tiny little encapsulated bat
It's
dice.
my Nemo it's my Nemo bat.
They're little teeny tiny bat dice. And I was like, perfect.
Just
You'll-
you can't go wrong with plushies or any kind of bat. I just like that. It's my favorite.
You're gonna
Or
sense.
possums now.
You're gonna sense a theme here.
It's bats. Where is it? Oh, it looks like a bracelet. No, no. Tear off. Okay. There it goes. Oh, there's a film.
Yeah, because it's acrylic.
Noise.
Oh, that's cool shit.
Arian sat stressing over those all week.
Well, I was like, I want to get you something, but I wasn't sure what. I was like, oh, yeah.
Now
My
I feel
budget
bad
was my limitation.
because everybody got like lavish gifts, and I'm poor and dwindling down to a little bit left in my bank account. Will kind of did that part because he said he wanted to do that part, and said it was from both of us. I was like, okay, I'm good.
What's in the box?
You wouldn't go home.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. I'm
Arian?
going to open. Use paper. Use more paper. Ooh. Mystery things. I got it. There we go. They're cute. I'm opening it right now.
You might have to pop it open because he had a hard time opening his.
Use your teeth. At least I use my teeth to open shit.
There you go.
I gotta be careful with my teeth. I've had some reconstructive surgery.
But these are like summer themed Nightmare Before Christmas.
My
mystery bags.
fingies is too fat to get into the hole that my feet.
You need your
That's what
pinky?
So
you got- Oh, you got Jack.
And you got Jack.
It's Jack Hawk.
There you go.
That's cooler. Alright.
And then you got a slap bracelet. And a purple box.
You dice spin.
Right?
Just everything for a dice pin now. It's Zero. Look at him, he's so cute. Look how adorable. Oh, his ears are so nice. Yeah. Hey, look at his little curly tail. That's cute.
I gotta
Didn't-
hold one hand and slap it. There you
Okay.
There we go.
I was like, oh, maybe he'll hug
go.
on.
It's like he hugs you.
It's cute. Look at his little
So,
nose. He's got antlers.
with that, Frank's got some stuff to raffle off.
Okay.
And for those of you that saw the Dungeon in the Box video last week, that we did, so I have a box here again.
And we all have a dice to roll if we want to. We all drop dice.
So,
Pick a color.
inside here, full 12 dice of Christmas. I've been patiently waiting to open this till you could all be here. So I'm gonna do the honors and open the first one.
I'm gonna use the green ones.
I will use purple. Purple.
I got a D4.
Oh shit, I want to lack like.
It's a
Red and green?
yep. So we're just gonna pass it around until there's no more dice. Frank.
Oh, we're just gonna randomly pick? Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Fuck
works.
me.
Should we just go by day?
I just picked a random number. Hey, D20. Nice.
Ooh, nice one. I like that.
I went for 10. Straight out of it.
I went with number 1.
I don't know, John.
Ooh, nice.
Oh!
Is that a dragon?
Yes.
I knew that
That's
was
a needle.
Oh my
That's a
no
needle.
wonder that thing was so heavy. That is a beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty too.
The D20. The 20 on it
Is the nine.
It's actually
Oh, whoa.
So
He's got
this
no
one
one.
here. Come on the middle.
This
Out of
number
black thing than I thought.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick as
if you go
fuck.
like this, you could fill
fine.
where
I
the
just
weights
randomly
are.
hit one of my thumb.
And if it's here where they were going, the weight cabinet is probably on this side and it's weighed out on that side.
Oh, that's cool.
Gonna go with my lucky number.
Pass
Ooh,
around.
I mean,
That's what I like.
I know. We'll do your stuff next.
Oh, pretty. I
so
am
you
the
get the rest.
second child, so I'm going to go for number 2. It is also a D20. It is purple and blue.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I rolled an 18.
Too.
I know.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors left.
Well, they're all timbers. So.
Yeah.
Throw. Okay.
Alright.
10.
So,
That one.
going to this, I know I already did like a video on it, but I'm gonna do it real quick. This is the last one from Critical Dice. So, this is it, friends. The end of the line. The Endless Dice Bag invites you to raise a glass for our festive final. So, the first one is called your fancy drink.
Ooh.
These, looking them in, are glittery as hell, for one. So,
Those are my
that's
D20.
them. So, we gonna raffle these off or no? Yes,
Yeah.
no, maybe so? Who wants them? Roll it.
13.
16.
Seven.
16. 15.
Honestly, the only thing I want is the key, but that's because I have a thing.
Oh!
with these.
Hey,
Roll up.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I thought Timber. Are you rolling?
I already rolled. I got a 7.
Oh.
Who got, what did you get?
16. You got 16.
15.
Oh, I thought you said. Okay.
Roll off, go.
We have a 15. We have a 15 on the right.
The next one is based off the fancy drink to keep the theme on the rocks. These are
Wait, you
straight clear.
I like that.
So again, you want to roll.
Nat 20.
Nat
did.
20.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Really?
Damn.
Three nat 20?
Yeah.
Damn.
Go again.
Roll 'em.
Lie. Get Nat 20 in there.
Nat 20.
9.
That's the best rolling I've done in my life.
And then the last but not least goes you for the deluxe. What drink is not complete if it's not shaken or stirred?
Damn.
I'm fighting for that.
Oh, hello. Yes.
They make me think of musket ball.
I use metal
Yes.
die for this.
So these are
Gone.
Super heavy.
super. This is
1, 2, 3.
19.
19.
Damn, what's up with all the roll-offs tonight?
Then why can't we do this in fucking game?
Right?
Okay. So we rolling off?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
18. Oh, best rolls of my life.
Now, that means first session of the year, you're gonna roll like shit.
Yep. Damn.
And at the end of it all, goes,
See? They're heavier than the usual.
so you have your fancy drink, you have,
Bigger than 20.
it's on the rocks, it was shaken and not stirred.
What's a D12? That's
And
D20.
the rest of this thing says, and hey, here's the key to the place. We put up the chairs, we turn off the lights, lock up on your way out, Willie. As his final send-off for Critical Dice. With the QR code in the back to go and join Dice Envy's subscription box. Mine was the Gobble Stoppers.
Cop stoppers.
Gobbo Stoppers. They're called the Gobbo Stopper.
Oh, okay.
So in our experience, goblins love anything bright and fun to sink their teeth into. The terrible is that their teeth are especially good at rending, gashing, and other forms of charm and destruction. Enter the Jawbreaker, the Gobstopper, the Gobbo Stopper, if you will. Sure, it doesn't last long, and the sight of a goblin on a sugar high is enough to strike fear in the heart of the most stoutest adventurer. But at least they're having fun. Gobstopper is a 10-piece acrylic set in white with black ink and red, blue, yellow, and green splatter. First initially thought of it, I thought it was one of those little ice cream cakes from Little Debbie's, and and it tells you at the bottom, please do not eat the dice. Goblins or not. Because they do look really fat. Like, I thought they were like...
I honestly thought those were candy when I walked in the room.
So, they're not. But, yes. But, the key to the place. That's the last ditch effort of critical dice. So, Jason, thank you. You're a wonderful guy. I know you're still around doing business, and Dice Envy. Can't wait to see what you guys got next. Already got it. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. So the rest of the dice.
You want us to pass these back around? Over there?
We gotta get to the question.
Well, let's get into the question. We'll deal with those in a second. Okay, but anyway. Hey, so let's get into some more of the questions. And as we picked on the DMs for a little while in that last one, and let's start getting over to the players. So this one, and I'm gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna start off the hard hitter one. On Lucy, gotta pick on you. I left you with one hell of a cliffhanger in our last session. What are your personal thoughts on what you think is going to happen? Or what do you think is going to be the actual outcome of that event?
It was a stone face.
I was like, what's so funny? What
All I
did I
can
miss?
think of is this episode of The Simpsons and
Give
Bill
him
House.
a little
Ants
tilt
are
with
crawling
that
in my
one.
mouth and I don't care.
He eating dice.
I see, yeah.
Well,
Now I see it.
That's his rabies. What are you talking about?
Jesus.
The bad part is, if he turns that into like a pouch of his dice to where I have to reach in my mouth to pull them out. I just can't.
The gears!
No, it's a bunny.
So what was the last half of what you asked me?
So, with that cliffhanger, what are your personal thoughts? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Or what do you think I have planned?
Well, apparently this person that I am potentially gonna have to show off and execute is potentially one of our family members. Who? I don't know. It looks like my mom, right? My brother. So,
Those look so
Ow.
appetizing.
my initial answer was just gonna be yes. But
I would eat those.
I don't know. I don't know what's in store. That's always the fun part of it. All I can say is it's potentially family. And I have a invisible and a not an invisible owl in the room with me.
Yes.
And everybody else is elsewhere, so it's not like I'm gonna have more of a what or backup if anything hits the fan. So I mean I will, but at the same
It's
time,
gonna take a hot second for anybody to get over there.
a little bit. But you know, she's already trauma dumpster fire enough. What's another ember or torch in the dumpster?
And you will use that for light bulb.
Well, here, I'll ask you this question: if you do have to execute this NPC, how you doing it? Because you already threw the prisoner into the lava river.
You mean I got off work and killed myself?
Yeah.
I killed a ghost. You see what I did back there? That was a great thing you did there. You didn't see anything, did you? Oh yeah, I saw exactly what you did. That was amazing. Like, I mean, I might be able to like talk it out of that, and maybe we'll see what happens. I might be charismatic enough to like switch some shit around. Find out. We'll see what happens to see what she has to do, and if it's not someone she knows, and they have a reason to like, then I might not use the hand. Like I said, I did killing the imaginary me. I have other means to kill people. I have poison in my bag. That may have been acquired elsewhere in a different realm.
So,
Oh, I see.
this one, I'm gonna go to the party.
Yes, include all of us, please.
So far, from everything since we left Barovia, or in this case, episode 79, up to episode 180, which is airing now.
This is.
This is 180.
Well, no, 180. No, you're right. 180 is there. This is 181.
Yeah, technically. But between those, so there's over 100 episodes passed. For each one of you, what has been your favorite moment in whether it's been a different world, something and funny happened?
Do you want the back?
Your favorite moment of that point in time and bouncing through the worlds. So, I already picked on Lucy.
I have plenty of famous favorite words I've heard from everybody.
So we'll go around the room. Frank, I'll start picking on you.
What?
All right, you're a little busy.
He was
Arian.
not paying attention.
What was your favorite
I heard that.
moment
Overall?
from
So
overall?
far, since
From
we've had
Barovia till now?
was from when we left Barovia to this
That
point,
doesn't have to be our character or just in general.
just in general. Or I mean, if you want to do one for your character, or you can do that too.
So one and then the other.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would say, I think the biggest one is, I think your ending of the train, going into the fortress, would be the moment. For me, I would say for that is Sack, because that's when you saw Sack's like the true colors and true fear of having that midlife crisis, as it were, for that.
So is that your
That-
favorite one? Is the character?
I mean, for my character, I think that would be my big moment there, because that's when you truly saw what he's afraid of. I think overall, best moment from after Barovia till now. Shit, I mean, there was a lot.
I can agree with that.
There was a lot. I mean, the biggest, I want to say for me, I think a highlight would be the cell door being ripped off its fucking hinges and then apologize afterwards. I mean, the shit Eli has said.
Right
was
out the
a
gate.
What the fuck moment.
I think the top comedic character phrases we've had was Eli's characters and Andy.
Uh-huh.
There's at least one person in
I mean, if you want to put it that way, I mean, Andy with his fucking important rolls. When a boss is on its, on a high roll streak, and it's like, nope, got a 1, or got a 4. Get the fuck. Damn.
the first
I am
time
evil.
the first time he pulled that out on us, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I don't think anyone's used that before.
No, well, none of us have played, and none of us have played an Artificer yet.
It's not just an artificer. That's a celestial wizard too.
Yeah, but that's right. He was cross-classed in that. But it was interesting to see how that worked out, and it played very well with the rest of the party at that time. So,
That's
So- all right, Viking. What about you?
It wasn't, for me, character-wise, it wasn't so much what was said, but done. Playing now, and just being able to vanish. Nobody tracking his movements. The stealth was ridiculous.
What about that send-off too?
I was getting to that. Probably one of the best exits I've had for a character. I mean, I know you said after Barovia, but playing Yarick, that was a pretty touching send-off, but Nels, was more heart-wrenching. And I only played that character for a short amount of time.
I'll put it this way: Garrick's send-off was pulling at the heartstrings. With Nell's, how do I want to put it? It was that should have seen it coming kind of thing. Because we had that whole thing with Nell and Ryu back and forth for that almost that entire time.
Yep.
So that made it a little more interesting.
There was definitely a blood feud there.
I'll agree to that 100%.
But that character, you know, again, you say I break characters, and I really don't mean to. The building Valveris initially never thought that this character was not meant to do
What
the
it
amount
did.
of damage he does. I did because at the time when I designed Valveris, you guys needed a character that could take the hits.
But dish it out.
Not even so much dish it out. He was the tank of the party. I mean, high AC, high HP, playing the Eldritch Knight on the 2014 rule set with Oath of Conquest Paladin. All about field control. It just happened when he was gifted the belt of Storm Giant Strength is what sent him over the top for the damage.
Yeah, and that thing, I forgot about that actually. That thing made you were already beefy as a character, but that just, you turned out, went from tank to full-blown war machine.
I have to ask a really random question, and I'm really, really sorry, only because I remember, didn't someone else get the belt of Storm Giant Strength? Does that
It was
mean...
Potion.
Those-
No, not in our campaign. No, not in our campaign. Does that mean he has a beard, or is that just for show that they do?
That was
that's for sure.
Okay, I was about to say that'd be hilarious.
No, I think they're actually.
No, that was Belt of Dwarven Kind.
yeah.
Dwarven kind, okay.
You get the beard.
Yeah.
But
You're talking about
Nell,
Grog and shit, yeah.
Nell, I wanted this kind of thrown together. I wanted to play something different. I haven't played Ranger all that much. I've dabbled with it before, but never actually played it. And then the Sorcerer. I have never played any real heavy spell slinging classes. Shadow Sorcerer seem to pair well with Gloomstalker just because of they get pluses to stealth checks along with Gloomstalker. And the build, cross-classing is a very difficult thing to do. But there are certain classes that mesh really well together. And that was the one thing he said. Like Valverix, Paladin, Eldritch Knight, not really a mix. I've made it work phenomenally.
And I think it's. I'm gonna go into another game with it because I do it a lot, blending deck ends with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is finding that perfect balance because to the common player, or it may not work, but to someone that actually takes the time to work on the build, I believe is what makes that character work out. Also, it made, like you said, Ed, if you ask anybody else, they're gonna say it shouldn't work. But for Valverix, it was probably one of the nastiest builds I've seen for a character, or whether it was for like D&D or another game. Frank, I think you can agree with that as well.
For how long you've been DMing?
So I think it's about how the person builds it that makes that work.
And you sent me that one video before about the stealth roll or whatever. Their check was an 80 because of all the buffs from the party.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
Jesus.
thing, how
The bard.
yeah, the bard.
It was like a charisma check of 80.
Jesus.
Yeah, this thing was the weird things you can do in D&D.
And he sent it to me, and he's like, "Okay, what would this do for Nell's stealth?" And I broke it down on a bare minimum roll. Okay, this isn't maxing out anything. his stealth check could have been a 92.
Jesus Christ.
He's the wind, even when he's standing beside you. He's the one that walks up behind you, scares you, you turn around, he's Batman. Just go.
Would have been a 92. Now, maxed out, it would have been like 100, 118, 120.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. We're talking God level stealth.
Only dragons
This
know
is
you're
one
there.
of those things because Viking and I would just randomly send random D&D stuff back and forth during this time. I mean, it was one of those ones that you were going, holy crap, how did that work out? And here we are. But that I will say that Nell's stealth building with that little side quest with Lucy to get an even higher stealth just made it absolutely bonkers. So, but I'm gonna pick on you for one more second, Viking.
Okay.
And so we said as a player and a character, or what was your favorite moment as a DM?
You know what? It's going to have to be the Halloween one shot. The way you guys went through it, I wanted to do something different to break the monotony, but kind of keep it relevant to the story at the same time. That was a lot of fun to put together, pulling from different Halloween sources, if you want to put it that way. A lot of my inspiration came from Edgar Allan Poe because that's one of my all-time favorite authors.
It's still one of my favorites as well.
And I wanted you guys to, like you were talking about earlier with dumpster fire, have that creepy aspect, but make it enjoyable instead of continuing with the story. So for me as a DM, that was a lot of fun to have, creating that one shot for you guys.
Alright, so moving on down the line here. Liz.
I have 2 for me and 1 for Bones.
Okay, well let's start off with Bones then.
Bones is whenever, wait, hold on. No, it was a potion. When I drank that strength potion,
Just
and busted through that door.
The X-Wheel couldn't open.
That one was her favorite. And then mine, my first one is Cookie.
son of a bitch.
And then my second one is that like little festival thing in that desert place that we went to where I died and then came back. Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
the festival.
Yeah. Where that like fucking
whenever they
fire
were-
out of the ass, that shit. Yeah. That was funny.
Oh, the celebration for
Yeah, the
Nell being-
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I handed the Dragon's Breath and bottle around. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that
thought
was-
she was going to use a little bit of it, and she took the rest of your bottle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna keep this train roll on Eli.
Alright, so my favorite funny one, I have a funny one and then like my favorite moment of all time.
Okay.
The funny one is get my feather out of your fucking head, you bitch.
No, it was get me off of you.
Get me off of you, you're not worthy of my feather. that I think beats Sorry Door. But
They're both up there.
my favorite part was when I was Zarkon. I got to like sort of feel what Grievous felt and see his slow descent, like the beginning of his descent into madness.
Yeah,
That was my favorite part to experience, because me as Zarkon kind of felt bad for him, and I kind of wanted Zarkon to say something, but I didn't,
Yeah.
because I didn't
this
want to
goes
get
back to-
targeted onto it. I didn't want Lucy to like fucking blow Zarkon's brains out. Like, Zarkon kind of felt bad for the guy. I literally watched my entire party, like a whole second party, die as someone I'm feeling their emotions for but can't control. It was my favorite
When
part.
you guys were in the book.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And that's
I
something
forgot
we didn't.
about that.
That was my favorite like
That was
moment
right after
to
we-
experience.
That was right after mine.
Don't worry, she's she's right on his heels, starting to do the whole feeling bad thing.
So-
And the more she reads that
And now he's
book-
banged into a tattoo for all of eternity.
That Ryu may or may not use.
He makes someone use the
Which
playing
also
field. He's
have
like,
that-
There's not enough jerky in
You
here.
also have a deck of many things that can possibly redo that.
My God, I
Plus,
forgot
you
about
guys are
that.
going to another world where there's a high-level cleric at your disposal.
Yeah, true. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Shy, what do you got for us?
a couple. Obviously, my favorite will always be the discussion between Navera and Yurik about the liver and lowering the bar even further for a DM,
What's liver good use for?
carving up a party member's corpse for
Fishing.
items, and then later on feeding it to a zombie child.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way. Turn me into sashimi.
But also playing on the Navera thing was, you weren't there for that. You weren't there for it. It was originally, so he was originally supposed to just be like, and he didn't want to like be alone for the night. He was just gonna be there, Navera and Yurik. It was just gonna be like, he just wants a snuggle buddy. And then she's like, did you guys do that? So I was like,
Okay,
Yep,
so
they
I asked the question. I was like, wait a minute, did you
Oh wait,
sleep
you told
together?
me about that.
Yes, I asked. I was like, wait a minute, did you sleep together? And Shy rolled it.
I rolled it and it's like, yep, apparently they fucked.
But
And
so,
then
Frank has me roll a athletics for stamina. Fucking nat 20 there.
she's also a reborn, so he wakes up thinking he killed her because she doesn't have to breathe. And then he's just like this, he's just like, what?
That I honestly.
And then we had to
forgot
roll
about
again because after a while she's like, did you end up pregnant? I'm like, yep. Somehow the reborn got pregnant with a werewolf Viking.
Oh God.
Via magic.
And that broke the bed.
No, you don't understand. There were multiple instances. They
I'm
had
gonna
to
show
have
you the
their own
beast
separate
inside.
room.
He had them all roll. What was it?
For hearing.
Yeah, perception checks. They were up all night.
Damn.
Who heard it?
Everybody.
Break it till the brink of dawn. That's what that was.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing too. The storyline was really cool. Using Fenrir.
Yeah.
Yeah, she the Raven Queen ended up as payment for bringing back someone that was a key piece for the Barovian story, at least that she felt. Yeah, the Raven Queen took the baby out of Navera, like took the whole soul and everything out.
Damn.
Yeah, ended up getting him back though. She ended up getting the baby back.
Which was a twist turn for Porkchop's character at the time, because he was like, "How very dare you do that?
How very
How very dare you do that?"
Actually, I think that's what he said too.
But I think I don't know, like favorite moment in general, they're mostly the quips. I love the quips, and I will always say that you said sorry door. He tried to sneak a necklace off a teenager and he failed. So he noticed him and beat the brakes off of him, told him to go to sleep, took the necklace, ran for the tavern to the secret room, screaming, "Sanctuary, I fucked up!" And then door closes.
And that's how we ended the episode that day too, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. That reminded me of one other thing. When Fern died.
Oh yeah, that was
Just
the
a,
different
hey
loss.
guys, Fern's puddle of dust.
Yeah, the freaking gibbering malls.
They're nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were, yeah.
But most of my like touching, heartfelt moments to me, minus I love the story that we had and like the family aspect that Navera had with that, and I really wish if I would have played her long enough, that would have been very interesting to see her and then her brother. Like that would have been interesting. If he ends up coming back, he might see her if she's alive. because if she's somewhere around there. But most of my touching moments is from the first quarter of the campaign that we didn't record.
No,
Those
for,
were
for Navarre and Yarg, they're on the Sword Coast with Barovia.
And we may still see them. There's a lot of stuff that
Very vengeful, protecting all the children.
Because
High level
they ended up adopting
necromancer
all the children that
in the
were
tavern, and-
orphaned.
And all through Barovia, she helps run the tavern, but she has a giant orphanage and raises the kids with her
And
4 other kids.
there's a lot of stuff that we don't know what Frank is going to throw at us in that next world.
Yeah, so if that's not touched, then you have a very angry, protective werewolf and a necromancer at the Sword Coast, just trying to like shoot things down.
So there's that. Arian.
How dare you use my government name? Anyway, so in terms of favorite moments overall, a lot of it's like the kind of baseless, funny stuff that we do on a regular basis. Thank you, Eli.
I know the life of the party.
I know. We definitely less partied without you. So yeah, definitely enjoy like the little funny things that we have just randomly happen, especially because you don't know what's gonna come out of Eli's mouth ever.
Nope, not at all.
And sometimes it's so out of pocket that it's like, okay,
And it just derails the entire session then.
yes,
I
for
feel
at least a couple
recorded,
minutes.
Like when Andy was here, he ended up doing that, and
Yes.
then he was gone. We're like, and then Eli came. We're like, oh, okay, back.
Could you imagine Eli and Andy at the
no.
same
Oh,
time?
Oh god.
We
No,
never
We'd
get
have to
anything done.
stop certain sessions.
Andy's coming.
Maybe we can see if we
Is he
can get him
gone?
for one. Because Tabitha's not gone. She left. So maybe she makes an appearance if we can convince Annie for like near the end of the campaign to come in for an episode.
But in terms of like specific character things, definitely my big moments, particularly for my character, is when I do something that's like really cool. So like the
Draco Lich.
yes, so I'm getting there. The Draco Lich thing, I was like, oh okay, I'm smacking it. I don't know that I'm doing that much. And then he's like, oh yeah, it's dead. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
I think I know which one you're talking
The first time we ever really see Amari do anything in the Curse of Strahd campaign is, she literally is riding a horse that's going the speed of Mock Jesus thanks to Shy.
I literally dumped 3 of my Arcana and did a roll on that. So this voodoo ragdoll looking horse of the Necromancer is plowing down the road and going as fast as they can to make it to everybody else. And it just disappears. She goes that way and
I used the
There goes
momentum
her.
from the horse to plow right through the door of the temple church thing that everybody else is in. And I stab right into the bad guy that's attacking everybody at the time.
Isn't he like a Frankenstein werewolf
Yes.
thing? Yeah.
And I'm like, oh sorry, is this yours? Like that was the big entrance
And
in
the
terms of
fact
having me do stuff. And I didn't even have wings yet.
It was just the from the church to where because it cut off the spell, and then she just went like that with momentum.
What is with you and dragons? Because apparently every dragon that's been thrown at the party,
She's
some
one of the, like,
god-awful
last part.
shape or way,
She's killed.
Amari has fucking slayed it.
No.
So you know how it was demon fucker, dragon fucker.
No, she's demon fucker, dragon killer.
Well, the thing is like, we had the one dragon, but that one ended up not being hostile.
You're talking about the Draco Lich, okay?
Yeah.
You're talking about the one shot I did that you annihilated a fucking dragon with divine intervention.
I didn't do that. No, I did not. That was not me. That was Viking. That was Viking.
That was not divine intervention either. You're talking about the one on the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, ripping its wing off.
No.
No,
One
no,
shot
no,
with
the one shot Chambers.
Puck.
Oh yeah, that was me, divine intervention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yeah, that was
character.
it.
Roll the
Chambers.
double zero.
No. My character was a dragon well, it was a dragon humanoid. Because
Dragonborn.
no, she wasn't. I think it was under Dragonborn, but she was a
She looked like a
human-shaped
with,
dragon.
like, dragon
Half
features.
dragon.
No. She was a legitimate dragon with a human form. And she got nerfed because she got changed into something else, and then that something else died in the one-shot campaign. And then I didn't get much of a choice with the second character. So, yeah, so especially like the one big thing that I'm kind of proud of is that big kind of roll-off thing that we had with Sat as Grievous. Where we got Balverix back.
Were you going toe to toe with him?
Yes. Where it was a big good versus evil roll-off, because that was when we were on the train the first time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, I really hope I don't screw this up. I really hope I don't screw this up. And I, like, lucked out on my rolls.
What y'all don't know about that part is literally, that's all she talked about for the entire week is she was
because I was-
Achievement. It's a good achievement.
It's also because most
no,
of the
like
time
going into that.
I rolled crap. But also, yeah, I had written out lines of things to say because I was like, okay, if we're going into the role play aspect of it, generally I think of really good things before or after. But when we're in the heat of the moment, I'm like, I got no words. I got dice. That's it. So normally when I know I'm gonna have something big story-wise come up, I usually write either like a paragraph down or talking point lines or something. It's just kind of how my brain continues to function. So I'll be like, oh, somebody says something to me, I have this response. So with that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is gonna open up a whole thing, but then I almost, completely sidelined the campaign the wrong way. So Frank was like, okay, well, Balveric's coming back instead. Or was it Viking? I'm trying to remember who was running that at that point.
That was Frank.
Okay.
Because Frank had just taken over from me.
I had just come back from being recovered.
So Frank was like, okay, well, you did all this stuff. We did all the rolls. You have Balverix back instead of, changing Grievous himself more into the neutral.
Oh no, he kind of did slightly go into the neutral because we watched that. He started going less evil, more neutral, and then we also end up freeing Balverix from the hold that he had, and he was able to think for himself.
And I was like, sweet, great, we're making character progress, not just campaign progress, which I thought was interesting because in terms of Grievous, we just see him as being a gigantic butthole. Like, the whole time.
She just hates him.
Well, the thing is like, everything he stands for, everything he's done, starting since he had that evil little voice that we still haven't even officially identified, whisper in his ear.
That was Vecna.
Was it Vecna?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Vecna or Asarak, or if it was just
Vecna.
or if it was like, demon-y the way it was for Strahd. So I wasn't sure if we had actually pinpointed who it was. So yeah, evil little mind worm. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You are known for being this big protector, this, main focal point for Bahamut. But whose voice you're listening to isn't Bahamut's, and it's not yours. Let's get your free will back, buddy. And it helped a little bit, but not very much since.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the big one for me. So I was like, yes! Because most of the time I roll really bad. And I rolled somebody for that.
Felt that.
So, this one I'm going to pick on Liz and Eli a little bit.
Okay.
Is, with you guys coming in somewhat in the middle, well, what was your thought process going into your first characters? So Stalebone and Fern. What was the thought process going into that, and what made you go that direction?
Holy shit, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I can back up. The only other time Liz played D&D was campaign for Liz.
And it was paper.
Yeah.
So the whole digital thing kind of fucked me all up.
Yeah. I play paper at my house. I don't use the app or any online sources when I'm not doing it at my house. But I came into this campaign. I was like, okay, I know everyone pretty well from Haunted Hills except you. I only knew you for like a year, and yet again I spoke to you like twice. But I was like, I can pretty much just be myself because we've
It's
known
us.
each other. So I was like, from what I've heard, 'cause before I even started, he already told me everything about ball bearings. You told me some about some storyline. I was like, okay, they're probably really serious. I'm gonna make the dumbest fucking character possible. Lo and behold, Stalebone was born. I miss him.
Oh, you
I can
didn't
still
hear,
resurrect him. It's fine.
The creature that she summoned, she named him Wabush.
Huh?
She named I always forget that cat. The creature that I summoned.
The displacer beast?
Yes. The displacer that she summoned, she named it Wabush.
Is it something Stalebone said?
It's still a Wabush.
Oh, Wabush.
Yeah, Wabush.
I never knew that. That's
She
awesome.
named it Wabush.
You never did that, and you made his name.
Forgot about his last name. It's just been Stalebone. But yeah, I was like, I gotta make the shortest, angriest goblin barbarian possible with an intelligence of 5. But can kick down doors like Zeus,
Kick
finding
doors
another
now,
woman when he
apologize later.
bangs her. Like, and now he's an orc, and now he's dead.
Because he took a long walk off a short bridge.
Hey, when you have a 5 in intelligence and can't control what's happening, he's gonna walk off the bridge.
Not wrong.
So yeah, that's my answer. That's what I full frontal planned on going into this as. And would I do anything to play Stalebone again? Absolutely.
I mean, that's a
I can make that
possibility.
happen for
We
you.
don't have any of his limbs
You can-
Okay.
to resurrect him.
Don't. There might be a workaround with that. So
True
just.
resurrection will do.
You have that?
Resurrection still
Yes.
requires a piece.
It's a sacrifice, pretty much, because you can only do it once while we're there.
Beg
At the tower.
beg the fuck out of the Raven Queen.
I got you, bro.
She's like,
So-
no.
But okay, real answer. Okay, although that was a real answer, but I was excited because one, I get to see you all again, and I was very sad because I didn't want to leave, but I had to, and I had no idea you guys played D&D, and I wanted to play D&D again, and then Shy was like, yeah, we played D&D, and I'm like, would you like to play?
No?
I was like, would you like to play? Let me talk to Frank. And then Frank's like,
Provide a
okay.
new body with the original no longer exists.
I was super happy about that, though.
In case you, which in case you.
Which
You
is
had
what
that moment
my rod
of
of
Liz.
resurrection
You had the
does.
moment of, I beg your finest pardon.
There may be a
Like, I knew
Stalebone
what I
in
was
future
getting into, but I did it
episodes. There
at
may
the
be a
same time.
Stalebone.
So, no.
And I was kind of scared of the whole YouTube.
So,
I will say the YouTube thing is what I was scared about at first too. But after I said sorry to her, it's like, okay.
and we
After
all
a
laughed
while, I
about that
just
for
stopped
5
caring.
minutes. So, here, I'll go to this. So, both of you have had character, here's Fall.
Yeah.
What led you to doing these builds?
Here's my answer. So, there's builds in games. I don't do any builds. I'm just like, all right, what am I making next? I just scroll through the entire like species page, and whatever just like clicks. So I didn't even think of Quill at first. I went to Comic-Con and bought like a blind bag full of minis. Completely forgot I bought it. So like 2 weeks before I came back, I just opened that bag. There's an Owlin. I'll be an Owlin.
But we've had one other Owlin before, and that was your character. That my giant furbolg had to like
So
That's how he
what?
was built.
Both you had characters that fell.
Okay.
What led you to this build?
To the current build now.
Yeah, so your current character.
What led you to
Well,
build?
What led you
Yeah,
to build Bones?
I have no idea. I was looking around for things, and then like I saw a bird, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like a raven. I want to be this." And then I was like, I don't know what to name it. And then I read that it's like, it names themselves like different like if something drops, it'll go like a clank or like a jingle or something. And I was like, you know what? Bones. Cause I like bones. There's nothing to it.
And then I'll say Zarkon, the Dragonborn aspect came from barbarians. I thought that was really fun. So I was like, we'll make a Dragonborn.
And now he's a tattoo on Ryu's arm.
Yeah.
And then
Now he's a slave.
everything
Oh,
else for
God.
bones, I just kind of like pull out my ass. So I mean, it works.
I mean, in a necromancy.
It's like I want TikTok where they try to name an Asian baby and just drop a pot. And that's
That's what it says though. I'm trying to
Tell me
get
you're canceled.
Yep.
What's your next question?
It's. I'd say you're wrong, but you got me here, so.
Well, the white had to come out through somehow.
You fell apart in my heart.
Alright, here, we'll ask this one for the party. Was there a moment during the episodes after Barovia where you knew the right choice for the story, but still went in for the wrong choice?
Murder Hobo, how you doing?
Frank?
Oh, like you want to start with me and work the way
Oh
around
yeah,
that
you
way?
know what? We'll start that way.
Because it's gonna be real freaking simple. No. Cause good alignment. Nope. I'm not allowed to make bad decisions. It ruins my whole character thing.
Lucy?
Murder Hobo. What was the first thing I did in the
I
first world? He's like, go, if there's no one upstairs, silence them. And I just like, pillow. Drop him out the window. They were like that when I got here.
You were
That
like,
guy
I
was
chose
up there.
that.
That guy was up there when I got here.
You said silence. What did you mean?
He's like,
Keep them asleep. I don't know.
Yeah. Was there a moment during this point in time of the campaign, all the way up till now, your character knew what the right decision was, but still went with the wrong one?
Bones.
Well, technically Eli's
Hold-
next. So
hold on.
let
We'll get
let
there.
Eli go next.
I knew the right decision was to continue going across the bridge, but my dice said otherwise. So I couldn't control that. But
I know there was one for you whenever we were checking out, I forget what they were, statues or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go over here anyway.
oh, and I went into a pitfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the option was to. Eli knew the
No,
option
because I
was to
told
stay.
you. One of us told you about there's a trap. You're like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
didn't I
he
go
was.
after
I
you
only
for
lost
that?
20 HP. I even drank the poison, and I was still fine.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I was
thug it
thirsty.
out.
I was thirsty, and I said I'd thug it out. And I did.
We'll fuck it out.
He just thug out seeing his younger sister reaching towards him from the pits of hell. So he's like, oh, see you guys. Completely mind control. Drag the other guy down with him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the NPC.
Yup.
Like,
can help
well,
you guys.
that. There goes that one.
There's so many.
Pick one. Pick your favorite one.
My favorite one was this is recently, because I was really fucking hoping that there was like nothing underneath, and they were just gonna fall right down as soon as I made that hole.
Oh.
She literally, when I was laughing, if you guys noticed that when you guys were going through this stuff,
I still have.
she has a picture of William Dafoe going, and she was like, what if the guards are down below, and just it opens up. 10-foot tall
Can you
golem just falls
imagine?
down on a guard or some shit. Hey, how's about your day? Okay, you're done for the day. What? Yeah.
See, I was thinking more of the episode of Family Guy where they're doing on the Jackass video.
Yeah.
This is roof shopping cart.
Not the one I was thinking of.
Shopping cart. Ow.
I was thinking more or Stewie going, when I say, hey, are those two pigs vomiting?
No, we were just imagining about a 10-foot tall, weighing however many pounds, tons, golem.
I mean,
just
those
falling
were
through the
10-foot
floor.
tall golem gonna go.
Like Bones in her mind, okay, was this is either gonna be really fucking hilarious and we're gonna have to deal with them later, or there's just lava underneath. Not thinking,
He can just keep
it's
reforming
really
in the
thick
lava.
there.
He can
It's still
respond.
funny regardless.
It,
I mean,
don't get me wrong, I was like, what?
I know.
Like,
Now you have a new party trick.
I know, right?
Yeah, now I was literally just going through, looking at the stat block, and
But unfortunately, as you
I
said
beg
before,
your finest fucking pardon.
you also said afterwards that there was nothing below that, so it really wouldn't just went.
It
Kind of
was
sad, but it was funny anyway. So.
Well, no, I didn't say there wasn't anything below it. It was just that the floor was thick.
Yeah. But
Had you done
there's
it a
so
couple
many
more times,
other
you probably
things
would've-
where it's just like, fuck it, why not? And I don't remember it.
All right, we're gonna be here for a minute with this one. Viking, I know you've got a couple.
I gotta go. So,
Zor.
bye guys.
Fucking with the Burgermeister's son. I mean, he knew the right thing to do, yet he punched the teenager repeatedly in the face.
If he would have went to sleep the first punch, he would have been okay. He kept punching him to knock him out. He didn't knock out. He kept hitting him. If he went to sleep after the first punch, he'd be okay.
So,
Friday.
oh,
Christmas.
that leaves one. Frank.
You gonna go Satori or Klon?
Mr. Archibald Inkable.
Merry
I mean,
Chrysler.
Kalon didn't do that much stupid shit. At least to
It's
me.
in New Year.
No, not stupid. You could have made a good decision, but you ended up doing the bad instead.
Kalon was a straight out like just bounty hunter, so he went straight to his role and everything else. I would say Sat had the more wrong choices made, like jumping off a tower to, meteor strike with his sword to the goddamn abacus, picking every fight he can with Amari.
Collapsing city blocks.
Clap. Yep.
Knock one pillar out, have a.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
he-
Hey, in the city,
I mean, Sat
it's
did a
really
lot
fine.
of
Summon
shit that
dragons.
was like,
It was
you
almost
shouldn't
like
do
old
that,
London.
buddy.
He hits a pillar to get away from all these
Burying his
cat-
other party
um,
members alive
those
unintentionally.
very cat creatures.
Unintentionally, so
They
it
were
wasn't like I did it on
underground.
purpose.
He ends up trying to break out in a
Yeah,
hole
but
in the ground.
my whole thinking
and
is
it
like,
collapsed city blocks. Just
as he should have known better. He could have
Bless you.
healed everybody. Even if it was just, one
Shoulda,
point.
coulda, woulda.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot that
So he made a choice.
grabbing the gem.
Sat did a lot of stupid shit.
That also made people believe that they had coitus with other people.
Yes.
Not just this one. He also messed with that one.
Demon Flack out.
But you don't know. She at least understands she got messed with. That's his thing.
I mean, there's a lot of things that he did, but I mean, yeah.
Didn't even. That's yours.
He picked a fight with Amari too many times that he should.
For literally no reason either.
There was reasons.
There's a couple of them like
No.
this.
To you,
not
to
really.
you there wasn't. To Sat there was.
But regardless, there was.
Okay, what about you, Ryo? I mean, you were a character too.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah, you weren't always.
The
Well,
turns have tabled, sir. Your turn.
So
good one. Just
Well, just one in general. Well, that's the.
See, the only thing that's been relatively noticeable about Ryo has been his crash outs.
That's uncontrollable.
I don't know. The fight with Mel was pretty dumb.
Yeah, that one.
That's true.
Yeah, that one's probably the one I could think of.
A couple of AoEs. Like it broke me. You could have done one spell to do something
The
instead. You're
whole,
like, AoE.
You're talking about Barovia, the whole tiger incident. With the tiger breaking out and started killing everybody. That's Ice Knife. Hey, it does a 5-foot square there.
Sorry, everybody. Well, he did that in the house too. That was alive. Yeah. He
Yeah,
was just like,
That was before Ryan.
okay,
that's
so you
before, right?
you did AoE.
You played a
with that?
halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the halfling. But you AoE'd everybody at the tent.
Yeah, well, no, it backfired and I got smacked in the face with it.
So
Literally.
did Zior. And Zior threatened to kill you right then and there.
Yeah. After Zior said, just fucking do it so we can get into the damn tent.
You hit the tent. It's about to get intense.
That was another bad decision, trying to burn down the fucking,
Orphans?
the witch's windmill.
The windmill.
Oh,
You guys got 5 minutes.
okay.
Deck the halls with gasoline. La 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 la.
Collectively, everybody's worst decision from the beginning of the Strahd campaign was, oh yeah, let's tell this random lady that seems to know way too much about our situation, about
invite
this
her
whole
into the
situation, and invite her inside. Meanwhile, I'm not even playing, and I'm like, y'all, this sounds really
But you
sus.
hold on.
This is
Hold on.
really
They were-
sus. And I
They were
even
fine with her.
told everybody.
They were fine with her, but Ryu was the one that was getting questioned.
Yeah.
So
you
it was,
can't. You do. Yeah.
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 I was like, hey guys, this does not sound good, and I'm not even the one playing. Like, this is really, really suspect. And she's answering your questions in a way that she should not be, as someone who shouldn't really know much about what's going
I
on.
watched her face half the time. She's like,
The first vampire.
Yeah, I was like,
And there went the skull of the priest.
I was like, yeah, no. And then shortly after I joined in, I was like, oh, thank God, I'm in here now, so that way I can call out the, hey, this is a very suspect thing that just happened here. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to like drag us off topic for a second,
No,
but
you're.
collectively, that was the worst thing I have ever seen any of y'all do. Was all of you were all, oh yeah, this is a great idea, and I was like, y'all, no, what are you doing? I'm like, this person knows way too much to be just a run-of-the-mill NPC. Thanks, Chrissy.
So next one we'll do. Was there a moment where the stakes were high that made you play more cautiously, or just go balls to the wall and say fuck it?
No, I'm gonna take it from a DM standpoint. The book.
Mm-hmm.
And the first fight with Grievous with the god battle, to get him down a peg of his alignment type reveal. That was an overstakes thing that I understaked.
Is that the one that was Zarkon?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was.
I understaked that. I underestimated the what you were doing, what you were trying to do. So I should have went more balls to the wall on that. And I played cautiously because I kind of wanted to turn and get him more on the tip that scale. Like I wanted to get that point to where storyline it would have been really, really cool. But I mean, I think I underestimated him and played cautiously and not played fiercely enough with the backing of gods on the side, because you were using Paylor to channel everything in.
Paylor, Bahamut,
The Raven
Torm,
Queen.
and the Raven Queen. Because
Oh, yeah,
Navera
we
was
did.
present for that.
Yeah, 'cause Navarra showed up.
And I underplayed that because I was playing too cautiously with 4 mods on the side. I should have played a lot more fierce.
And then like he said, Navarra popping in, and then unfortunately Eric going to attack, she had to end up intervening herself
Yeah,
when she didn't want to.
There was a lot of stuff that happened in that one, that particular episode or two. 'Cause I can't remember how many episodes that went. I mean, I know, but it was one of those ones. There was a lot that happened, and then it was
Safe there.
yeah.
I mean, any of the books, too. The first book, were you guys playing, the characters of his former party? I went heavy to begin with, but then I started to back off and run down a little more, and that's
Yeah.
why I was slowly starting to text you and saying, hey, with the whole, you see something different compared to everybody else,
Yeah,
and you were attacking the party, and that was the first spin of him going downhill. Was the
Yeah,
fact
and
that,
then
he
you
started
know what?
killing
I'm gonna add something onto that, Frank. No offense, Eli. In hindsight, when your character was down, I should have gave the final blow on that. I played way too cautiously and focused on everybody else at that time, and
Huh?
so we had
You want me to?
when we were in the book. When we were in the book.
Oh.
He saw everyone else saw Zarkon, he saw Grievous. Because since I
Yeah.
had Grievous.
Okay.
And when I saw Grievous, we had him down. Grievous was down, and then I elected to fight off everybody else around me instead of,
Which would have killed Zarkon.
and it would have changed the story.
Well, yeah, it would have messed with you, but you coming back out, you would have been dead because we all died.
Yeah, we'd all, regardless, we were gonna end up the Raven Queen
Yeah.
in realm, but at that because of Last Stand.
Yeah.
So moving on the next one, on Viking. What about you?
There's two that I can think of. The werewolf fight with Zeor.
Yeah.
It needed to be done. There was no two ways about it, but I think I could have gone harder.
That's also what brought Navarra in.
The other one that I wouldn't change anything for was Yurt ripping the wing off the dragon.
Yeah, that was kind of a
He almost defended it out.
no. That
He
was
did die. He got brought back to him.
that was literally Zeor's fuck it moment. And
Well, no, yeah, that was Yarick.
Yarick's fuck it moment.
It wasn't even a fucking moment. It was something needs to be done, and done now. If I die, I die.
Which is kind of was his mentality most of the time.
But he was also protecting somebody he truly loved now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eli.
When Zarkon was Grievous fighting the pit demon, but then he killed her. You guys know this. It was between me and Frank. He gave me the option to completely rewrite that story of what would have happened if Grievous didn't kill his whole team. He gave me the complete option of that, but I wanted to keep it as it was.
Well, it's also like
That,
as you
so
said.
it wasn't really me deciding on like a battle decision. It was me deciding on a timeline war.
I think, as you said, though, Zarkon also started to understand.
He started to
him.
understand and
So
sympathize.
you went
with
that way
Grievous.
because you were also thinking the mindset of Zarkon.
So, yeah, that was it was a tough decision, but because I could have rewrote the whole thing right then and there. I had the entire choice of doing that, but I didn't.
Alright. Jai?
The wishes.
I forgot about those.
She was so blind. I played into how blind rage reacts. As they say, you are truly blinded. And she was so angry. And then after he tried to make the pact with the Raven Queen, with what he wants to do to be already, even if he can't, he'll find some other way. And then she doubled down on the wish, even though it angered the Raven Queen and it angered him more, which now she's starting to do the machinations of what she has done. Her blind rage went with that. And I mean, unfortunately, nobody stopped her to just even like take it from her and stop her from just continuing the wishes. She did it, and everybody stood there. I do, in a way, wish that someone would have stopped her, because it would have stopped in some point. She would have had one wish left. She could have undid it all if she wanted to, or she could have done something else that's needed down the road. Those were meant for down the road wishes, but with Grievous and how before all the books and everything, she was just very blind with rage and fear and everything else into an amalgamation, so that is why I played it that way. But I kind of wish I would have saved one wish.
I thought you did. I thought you
No.
had one left.
No, well, I have a wish.
He does.
Okay. I thought
forget
you.
how you have a wish.
I
then.
thought you had one,
I
but you
would
gave
use
it
it.
to me to
No, I
keep it
forget
away from you.
how you have it.
Jack of many things.
You have the card, but you haven't used it.
No, he
No,
used
he
it.
has.
He used it. He has one wish in the chamber.
He plus it 4, that's fine.
And I haven't used it yet because I haven't had a good enough reason to use it. But
You close for
the devil's advocate, you could get
Oh no, that's her plan.
you
It's a
could
plot.
get some wishes as well of the brothers.
Yeah, but that's also Devil's Gambit.
That's what I said. I'm playing.
I mean, there's not that much speculation.
Don't worry, there's a lot of, like-
It's full.
There are plots in Lucy's head right now that the party's not gonna like, but it could save the party. That's the thing. There's the gears turning and churning.
236.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Remind me what the question was. What was the question? Oh, cautiously.
When you want
Honestly,
balls to the wall and something that you would have changed.
almost every single time I play anything battle-wise, I am almost always playing cautiously because I don't know if I'm going to need to use something later. Like our last session, I did not go as hard on the golem things as I could have. I mean, I didn't even do any smites, and that's mostly because I didn't think they were going to be as big of a problem as they were, and that kind of backfired on me.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised you weren't smiting them.
Well, that's the thing, is I was like, okay, I don't know how much further in we need to go. I want to save my spell slots, I want to save my smites to when I actually need them.
Because if it's gone and
Because-
there's like something bigger there, and she's like, well, can't do nothing.
Because imagine we get dragoned. Smiting's gonna do a lot more to a dragon than it's gonna do to a golem. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Now it didn't necessarily work in my favor in that particular instance, and I did get downed. And I was like, this is a problem. Is like the only time I think I've played where I'm actually like using my smites and doing stuff was when I took out the Draco Lich. Is I was like, okay, I'm going to dump my stuff. This might be it for us if I don't. And all of our other battles, I'm like, I know somebody has my back enough that I'm not gonna dump something, or something's gonna happen storyline wise, and those are gonna get taken out. So I was like, okay, most of the time I'm not going as hard with my character as I could, just because I'm like, okay, what if something happens and I need to, save somebody? So that's kind of it, but I'm not gonna lie, that whole episode where we were doing rolls against Grievous, and it was literally just me and him, I was anxious that whole episode. Like, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna write stuff in advance, and I was anxious the whole time, because I was like, this could either go really, really good, or this could be really, really bad for me.
I'm really glad we were able to help in the end too, because it like gave the support from your crew to like be at your back.
I didn't want to take you guys down harder than I did too. So that's why I was really happy that we kind of achieved the outcome that we did. Because I was like, if I have to pull on you guys anymore, I could potentially kill one or more of you just trying to
Sedate. Grievous.
upset the balance. And I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to do that.
So, I'm gonna do one more question for you, and then we're gonna call it a night. I think call it a year for 2025.
Are we going to do predictions?
Yep, that's actually what I was gonna say. So, what are your thoughts going into the rest of my world and going into the world with Frank? What are you guys' predictions gonna be? So, Frank, I'll start with you because you're gonna be DMing a lot of this. What do you think players are gonna do? What do you think's gonna be in store for you guys for the rest of my world?
What's also do you think is in store for Satori? And or Grievous?
There's a
What's your hope?
the hope is to do the ending the way I wanted it to, and that's the big thing. Is I tried it for a campaign, and this motherfucker has been around since 2nd edition D&D, and I want his story to end. I want to give him a nice send off and do it. That is the hope of what I want. Will it happen? No idea. Because the last time I threw that question out about siding or going after him, y'all chose to bend the knee and decided to serve. So that was the biggest thing, which was a bad, like an ending, and I was like, fuck me, I just wanted to die. But now, that's the hope. The hope is to get that ending in, because that ending that I wrote, because like every good story, you always start with an end, and then you work backwards. How do you want this story to end? And I have this send off that is going to be hard on me personally. I'm gonna breast out in tears when we get to good ending. I'm flattening up. Shit you not, I will do that. Because it's a chapter close that has been going on for 20 years. I want the ending. Whether or not that happens is, like I said, a totally different story. As far as your world, prediction wise,
Because you all said
I mean, we're right there with the book.
you hope at least.
Like I said, all I hope is the book. I mean, right there, the way you describe the book, and there's a book that is bound with dark ass energy, so it's the Book of Pile of Darkness is right there. So I mean,
Book of Holding, or Bag of Holding, let's get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Sat's thing is to get this book as far away and into his hands and get out. So is that teleportation and then doing it, and then that goes with a question that we already answered about dumb moments. Will Sat throw up a teleportation circle with that book and take 4 while 2 are left in another room? There's that bad ending, type ordeal, but
Yeah, because depending on how
because I mean
this world ends,
I mean, I have a way out.
I'm warning y'all.
You might not like it.
I-
You leave her behind, she
I
has a way out.
am warning everybody right now. The end world's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard as in physically, but it's gonna put a mental strain on you. So much. You're gonna hate me, but then you're gonna be like, holy shit, about this, about the ending, about, the way it's planned. But we talked about this earlier, with DMing and shit like that. You make a plan, then you execute it, you expect it to go off the rails, then you just toss the whole fucking thing away. I mean, that's the thing. I have a badass
as
for 2
good
months.
as I have a really good tear-jerking ending. Will I get it? Part of it's gonna depend on.
Will I get something different that I wasn't expecting? That would be cool. That would be awesome.
Is
You
it
guys
gonna
have
happen?
done that
Probably.
shit before. You've done it before. I just don't know what's going to happen. And it's going, and that's what's there, because even if it's not the way I intended it to be, if it's something out of the book that y'all came up with that still fits the same guidelines, I'm gonna be relieved. You're gonna see it on my face. I'm gonna start tearing up about it because that ending's finally over.
It's like saying goodbye to a part of you or a friend.
Pretty much, yeah. Because Grievous is based off me, and I mean he was the first character, and that's kind of like the first thing with Roll to Heal and stuff like that is from a psychological point with Dungeons and Dragons, you always put a fear of yours of the person who makes the character into that character. You know, I'm not big and strong like Sad is. I'm not full of wisdom like he is, or have this really good like heart. You know what I mean? That's what I put in there, so that character's been around since the second edition. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to let go of something like that, and to see what happens at the end. Whether with an ascension based off his plans to take over as the new Bahamut, as it were, or he's defeated but his essence is in the same concept with Belverix to ascend, or you flat out just get the fuck rid of him. As long as he is in a higher plane of existence, that would be the ending guidance.
Oh, okay.
If you guys kill him, cool.
What would be really interesting
But
though?
like if you guys did it in the good aligned way with what Amari was originally trying to make him see those mistakes and usher back in. Lucy was doing it too with the whole reading of the book and trying to understand it. Zarkon caught on to it and felt that first time that that I feel sorry for this guy for all this stuff. That's what I was trying to do, is to have you guys pity him, to give in to him, like ascending, taking over. That's why you had Fizbin talking to you as Ryu and getting all this shit done. That's the thing, because my ending, I can't tell you, but like my ending, I think is going to be wicked, because there's things in motion that y'all are doing that is pushing to that direction. You have most of the pieces to do it. So there, and for your protection of the world, that's what I think. I don't know what this old fucking demon elder tiefling is coming in for in whatever on boat with chains. I have no idea what the fuck that's about. But to see how it twists within the story to lead into the final world, I'm intrigued to see how that works.
Okay. Eli.
This is predictions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Predictions for the world, and then the end game.
Predictions for
The next world.
Because the next world is going to be y'all's home.
It's post-apocalyptic.
Awesome.
Depends on what you guys do.
Well, okay, you got to think about it. You started to change him.
Mm-hmm.
You got the book. You started to pity him as Zarkon, and then you used your wish, which made him not be able to read that scroll, and in turn brought you ahead of your own. So you already were pushing. You're already backtracking with him. When you already were setting him forward, you just pissed him off.
To be fair, I didn't do anything.
But no one stopped her either.
Well,
That's what it's
there's
going
also
for.
did we really have the opportunity to do so?
Yeah. She was standing beside you guys and be like, Stop
I
it.
mean, I could have. I mean,
Eh.
Kalon could have counterspelled him. Kalon was dead at that point in time. He could have counterspelled.
But there's other people that have
and-
counterspell.
Yes,
And
but
done.
also it was a series of very quick events
You
that
could-
were set
yeah.
in motion.
Not downing anyone, but whenever stuff like that happens, you can be like, hang on a second, because even when someone's doing something, even if they're in the middle of jargon, this is the next thing I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, you can always be like, hey, hold it.
Even to be fair, I mean, Amari could have been pissed because you started to bring the light into it, and then
Even
right
with the
around at
blind
the
rage
end
from
of the,
Lucy, that could
of
anger
the
you.
undead world, of the Raven Queen's world, with Lucy and that spell, that should have been like the click. Amari should have been pissed at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
That you started to bring that light into him and show him that kindness. To have Lucy just throw it right back in your face and go,
Well, we didn't fully understand the descent or consequences of the actions necessarily until a head popped up.
And
So
that's me. I'm a late bloomer with that because
It's also time.
that's the thing that I know Eli doesn't know, Liz doesn't know, y'all do, because y'all played with me in previous campaigns. I play the long game with consequences. Everything you do shapes the world.
Cause and effect.
So you guys are being. I will tell you this. That when you guys get back, when you guys walk through that final door into your home world, onto Exandria, there are one or two outcomes that can happen based on the ending of this world we're in now. You can end up in a cell, in your home, in the dungeons, being tortured, maybe somebody dies. Or you could be a little bit off in the good aligned starting point. I say the good ending starting point, or in the bad ending starting point is what's there. But this is the big secret I'm going to let out is that over 27 years have passed since the doors.
Since we first started.
Yes. So when you went to the tower,
Mm-hmm.
till now, 27 years have already passed the world of Gamevault. So that's a lot. So a lot of older people that you may know would have been dead by now. Or young ones you have saved could be older and not know who the hell you are anymore. That's going to be a big secret. That I did. So, and I've learned about results.
Well, that's out in the ether now.
But, my prediction: one of you three dying.
Oh,
One of you three dying.
okay.
That's my prediction.
Who three?
What more sentimental players like Ryo, Amari, and Lucy. One of these three are definitely.
Definitely going down.
Huh?
Especially if Lucy goes.
That breaks the story.
So,
That might shift him in.
because Quill's realistically been here for what, like 27 hours? he has not been with you guys long at all. He's known you guys for like a total of 2 days. So, but
Maybe
yeah,
3.
Yeah, maybe 3. But yeah, one of you three is dying, and it's gonna hit the other party members harder than a truck.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is would be with that would be watching everybody die and Riot still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
two.
just
That's two.
You would
that's
be
two
mind
parties that
shattered,
you
dude. I don't think you'd be able to take any more after that.
That's
I
two
think
parties
You're
that's
already
that
at your
parties
tipping point
that have
into
been
the
in
descent of
campaign
madness.
rooms, settings.
Like,
that
your-
won't perish if you're the only one.
Your meter is already dipping into madness. If any
Oh,
one
he's
more
gonna
of us
go into
go,
full
it's gonna
insanity rage.
that or you're gonna crumble into your own depression. You're gonna be an angry,
That
depressed.
would be the ultimate worst thing. If everybody dies and Riot's the only one left standing.
Again.
That's
I mean, hell, Riot might even take his own. Just for that.
not sure. But Lucy,
With this world, I've already been jarbling things in my head. and they're not good for her. They're not good for her. And some of them are on a wing of a prayer, or the party's gonna have to trust her and what she does. And if they trust her enough, they will trust in her judgment. And for the next world, same thing. If not, I see, unfortunately, Lucy dying. If she makes it through even half the next world.
Man, so that's 2 goes for Lucy going.
It's just how I see. So far, she's already almost literally touched the face of death. So
Right now,
she was at 1 to 2 points of health. And that one, when me and Liz were teetering back and forth on being slammed down, yeah, I was at 1 to 2 points of health left. That was it. That's the closest Lucy's come to death. But I will say, I didn't even say it in the party. One thing I wanted to do while walking around was read the book more. While she's walking around the party and observing. Because she doesn't have time to read all the books. But I'm going to see if there's a way for her to acquire the knowledge. Before that. Because there's a lot of choices she's teetering on. And there are some things she's going to do underhandedly to that'll help. But before the last world, I will say, because I play the character, there are some things she's going to do, and like I said, party members some may not agree, and if they knew why, it's going to be one of those, I can't tell you, because you have to be in the moment of reaction, but you have to trust her, and those are probably the only words that she would say is, you have to trust me. I know what I'm doing. And she might disappear for a while. There's a few scenarios I've played through my head of what would assist a good ending for not only Lucy, but for her home. And for the people, the very few that are actually the closest, not the ones that think they're the closest, but the people that are actually closest to her, she's thinking of them. And that's it. So, I honestly think either it will get her killed, but it'll start a very good chain of events to... It'll set a chain of events to bring about more of a good ending with it as a catalyst. And it's not like she's gonna be a martyr, like if she dies doing what she's doing and it's for a reason or a good cause, it's not that I'm trying to, or she would be trying to make herself a martyr. It is to either prove a point and push everybody else further, where she's doing what she knows is best. That is where I'm putting her at. She's no longer, as you've noticed, and Frank's mentioned it before, not tonight, but he's mentioned it a few times, why doesn't she react as she used to with the sounds of dungeons? Like whenever she went to get dragged across the bridge with Satori. For one, she trusts him with her life. She may not trust some of the judgments, but that's different from trusting something he did to trusting the person. And he doesn't know it because, as you've mentioned it before, he thinks no one trusts, and that is something she wants to get to him to understand. She trusts him enough with his life. That's why even whenever she got tossed off the bridge, she's like, wait. She knew she wasn't gonna die, but she trusts him. So I honestly think, that it's gonna be one of two effects, and hopefully the actions go into the good for that. And it might anger some people, it might anger viewers, it might throw a curveball to the DMs. But I'm really hoping the plans I've been like machinating into my head actually go through. So yeah, that was long-winded. I'm sorry, but it's your turn.
Okay, so in terms of predictions, there's a couple of different things. In terms of what's gonna happen with like Sat Grievous situation, I think it's really going to depend on how the rest of what we're doing plays out and leads into the next world. Particularly because she's slowly been getting tired of that shit. It's very much been a, why are you behaving this way? Especially because somebody, when he first was starting out, was like, oh yeah, you're not behaving the way that a paladin should. You're not, behaving the way that you're supposed to. You're not upholding your ideals the way you're supposed to. And I'm like, first of all, who are you to judge? We have two very different gods. Also, we are from two very different points in time.
I think you need to have a mom talk with him at the tower if we all make it there.
I've already started. I've already started writing it. I'm not gonna lie. I've already started writing my talking points because
Amari
it's been
is
getting
the next therapist of the group.
honest. Because it's
Get
getting
ready
to
for
a
that one,
point.
Frank.
He has to make a decision about where this is going, and I think that's also going to affect our outcome. I think it's going to come down to, I don't see Amari dying, if that makes sense.
Well, she's down
Do you
right
see
now.
someone dying? And
I'm
if so,
not
who?
saying that there isn't going to be a death. Unfortunately, that does lean more towards you, but that's going to cause a whole bunch of problems. But honestly, I don't know that I see you dying either. I think that death is gonna come in some form to Sat Grievous. It's either, if what Frank wants to do for his ending is probably very different from how I imagine the ending, which for what Amari's been working towards pretty much this whole time has been liberating Sat / Grievous from the poison that is in his mind that comes in the form of Vecna, but also making him realize that all these things that he's been doing have been directly against everything he stood for and everything he's been trying to do. So I see him more going down maybe at the loss of some of his powers, path of atonement. Because we've mentioned potential ascension into godhood. I think he's not there yet, and I think it would make sense for him to realize, hey, I'm not as prepared for godhood as I thought I was. I need to atone for the actions that I've committed over the past however many long years, before I can seek that path for myself. So I see that more as a possibility for him, but as I said, it's really going to depend on how things move forward, what kind of a world we come into, who we lose, if we lose anybody, and stuff like that. Yeah, and I realize I'm down right now, but I don't think that's gonna be.
And it's not like we don't have potions.
It's also gonna be DM's discretion, but if I don't go down now, I'm not going down. If someone's gonna take me out, they have to make the decision to do it now, because it's not gonna happen. Come hell or high water.
Your party members also have healing potions, so while you're like doing that, they can just. You're out of combat.
Respectfully, I'm like, listen, if I can handle Strahd and the demon, I can handle Grievous. So.
Fan theory, Crimson King is actually Grievous, just like astral projected.
John already set that shit in stone.
Yeah.
So
That'll be one thing Grievous is
What
going
about you?
to take a hold of and fight.
I mean, you know this world. What do you see? Because you're going to be back to being Ryu, unless something happens to him before the last world.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen in the last world?
hell.
Literally.
Like,
Do you think someone's going to die? Do you think there's a good ending? Do you think we're actually going to acquire the bad ending, or any of that in between?
so
I'm team
And
good
then there's
ending.
the plan with
Team good
Satori,
ending.
whether it's Grievous, Satori, or Merge.
I want to see you guys do the good ending, but you haven't
Good
even got
ending
the.
is going to be really, really sad. Just tell you that.
But it's going to
Okay.
depend on what you do in the rest of my world, because you haven't even got to the boss fight yet.
We have a boss fight?
Spoiler alert: Earth 2026.
Well, that's debating. That's depending on if we don't get bamped. If we get bamped out of Dodge, your boss
Can we
fight's
get
gone,
them
my
back?
guy.
That's the issue, too.
It's either that or he's taking on the train.
Drake.
But
Saber Dragon can cast spells through him, so
But it's also if they see that and they go,
if not get the counter spell in the middle of the party, yeah.
but
your main prerogative is
My-
get everybody the fuck out.
my prediction is.
Where the fuck does he sit with this fan over here?
I,
Piss my pants. It's so fucking cold.
Well, I mean, it's winter time and
I
you're in
do-
shorts, my guy.
I do believe someone is going to be rolling a new character sheet in this final world.
Do you think it's me as well? You could be on this, it's okay.
You know what? I don't think it's going to be Lucy.
Oh, really?
I honestly don't. Well, I think it's going to be someone else in the party who I don't know 100% sure. Just because when it comes to stupidity, we are equal opportunity
I mean,
players.
if you guys see this and you want to
but-
make predictions on something, you can
Drop
let us
comment.
know.
But there's the only ones I can say for sure that I don't think are going to die currently. I don't think Lucy's going to die right now. I don't think Valveris is going to.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster in his own right.
And I don't think it's going to be sad. At
Three
least
key
until the
players.
end.
Well, I mean, Zach got that Phoenix blade, which doesn't hold that.
Break the blade. Dude.
I mean, his ability is if he dies, it
He
brings
goes
him
back
back
to
to 1 HP. But if he gets struck down again, I mean, that's it.
But yeah, I don't think it's of the three I just named, I don't think it's any of that right now. Because there's too many key pieces for those particular characters in that part. So therefore, I believe the dice are going to dictate that. But I don't think that those three are going to be affected that much. I honestly think something
The look on
with
Frank's
either.
face just got me a hella concerned. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I was just having a what if play out.
Mm.
That what if my good ending is Belverics and Grievous both leaving?
That was something that's across my mind
Both
too.
dying. In that aspect.
Just that final. Because I've not gonna lie,
True resurrection. Wait 5 days. True resurrection.
That comes back like, girl. No, Grievous like, let me go.
because for whatever reason, this was something I thought of just on a random day. I decided to take a nap.
That's when reading that question.
Is we're sitting here playing and the final blow to Grievous is the same final blow to Valverics. We're going, holy crap.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, I don't think they're truly connected like that, per se.
No,
Unless they
was-
use the ability.
So would that be...
So, no, how it went down was. Keep in mind, this is just
I was able.
me dreaming, and, because it was the day after D&D. Lucy gets the kill shot on Grievous.
Oh yeah, that was something.
But it goes through Belverics.
No. Oh, but he.
He falls and then Balveric is there with us and then he just.
No, Grievous just
Whatever.
Valverics. And then Lucy, in somewhat of a rage,
again, you don't know the couple ideas I have that maybe it's
Yeah.
tipping into the you guys have to trust me.
Yeah, we don't know what you got planned.
Oh, I have plenty of plans, and some
Oh,
of
God.
them
And there,
are not
I have,
good.
I have things set up of that you guys are gonna have to figure out what to do with, because
Well, I have a curveball for the audience chamber too.
I'm gonna put it to this way. Comment down below, guys. Do you think that's the book in the room with them, or is it something else? Is it a decoy? Is it under illusion? And is it a mimic?
Not gonna lie, the fact that you keep saying these things definitely tries to somewhat ruin it for you. Because it makes it seem like it's not what we're looking for. In which case, we're
This
gonna
is
have to
not
find
the,
it.
the room
Yeah, and you
you're
guys
looking
can't.
for.
Yeah, you guys can't even leave the room with that suspicion because your characters don't know, unfortunately, whether it is or isn't it.
Look at you.
Any last
And-
comments for us, Thur?
No, I don't have anything else.
You guys have any last questions for Frank?
So,
You guys have any last comments for Timber or anybody else?
Not really. I mean, no much. I mean, the only thing is, I know John said it, so I'm going to reiterate it, is study that book
and I think
to
now,
where you have it, to where you're not flipping through pages all the time going,
I
Leave,
think
leave
now
sticky
also,
notes, if
yeah.
anything.
Well, here's the other thing is I think now that I'm gonna have free time, because holiday season's gonna be over for me, and I think that's been a big factor. Or is just because it is what it is. It's
Because
holiday.
I mean, I'm starting to get, I don't want to say itchy to get back in the seat in DM, because like main reason why I wanted John and you to kind of like take over, because I needed that recharge.
Right.
That forever DM kind of
Now you're
sucks.
feeling like I want that chair back. For a little bit.
It's not that. It's like I have that good story juice in now. I have that like epic storytelling mode back. Like I'm getting it too. And it's not the holidays like thing. I know, yeah, holiday time it sucks. You know, especially if you work in retail or
That's just did a 13
post
hour
and
day.
parcels, sections. It sucks. It's stressful. Restaurants have the same idea with all that shit too. I mean, holiday season can get stressful because you got last minute shoppers and you're like, oh well, I don't want to start cooking now
And then you're running around like a ping
for
pong ball.
Christmas. Yeah, and you're running around with your
Well,
head cut off.
pinball, but yeah.
So
It's the same concept. So like, if anything, we have
7, 6,
these 2 weeks to like
take time to
Mhm.
get
to
ready.
do it, and I know like we got like how you guys were saying, you guys have we have Christmas coming up, we have New Year's coming up, and then we have like that week after New Year's that we're gonna go flat out, we're coming back in. You should recharge to have a really cool idea of how to play this out and stuff like that. And I already been gears turning on what the hell happens. It all depends on. I have all these possible paths. It depends on what they do at the end of yours is what's good there. And if you want to play a hand in that to force a decision of your choosing of how you want the story, how you want them to enter the last world, that is all on you.
Well, believe me, I have an idea.
But
So
I know this. I have to like. I would say, if anything, I know we're gonna have to break for a good long time. Study over your characters. Make sure you know every nook and cranny they got, because I'm going to be doing the same damn thing to it.
All of you study Cloacus, okay?
no.
Not like the thing is
Bird brain.
like take Liz for instance. Liz is a necromancer by default with the cleric,
Yeah.
with being deaf to it. So one of her key abilities is all necromantic spells bypass any resistance to necrotic. Straight damage. So she has that in the wheelhouse, but yet most of her spells are flame, not
Necromancy.
necromancy. in
I
general.
think she was worried about sometimes when using them on certain creatures that the necrotic will actually heal instead of hurt.
So,
So-
whenever I was dealing with rules, she just thinks fire is really cool.
necromantic spells and
Well, we've
energies
seen it happen a couple
can
times.
heal the undead and shit like that, but that's not always true now because with the 2024 monster set, it's totally different on that nature. But
Yeah.
I mean, I would do that because I gotta go over it because we didn't. This is nothing against John or Timber. We didn't hit a lot of your guys' backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that we
Yeah,
don't
like
know
I
about.
said, this last world's going to be a little brutal because it's going to put that mental strain because I'm going to touch on your guys' backgrounds
Mm-hmm.
heavy, and I might be texting you guys throughout the
Next couple
holidays
Mm-hmm.
just to fine tune that.
I know you've already been
because
reaching out to me on some stuff.
I
too.
gotta spark some shit out and do that. Like one is with Quell. Quell's new. He's in Exandria. Why?
He's 17 years old.
What was he doing? So he's like a prodigy or something like that with the warlock side
Yeah.
and
So
stuff like that. Like I said, I gotta read the characters, that monster, to see what they're like, what they are, and what their like ideals and beliefs are.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your patron, it's like, why? Why do they come to you? What's in there that's sparking that I can set within this world that will help you with the background of progressing? That's what I want to get to. Amari's starting to now take charge into the soldier side of things.
Who's
What's
becoming
sparking
less
it?
fearful and more independent.
What's sparking these triggers, if you want to call it that? What's starting it? Why are they feeling this way? Same with Ryo. Ryo had a choice to make, and he still hasn't been fully, choiced in. I want to say, like you picked, but I don't feel like you're faithful enough in it yet. With
it.
taking the Bahamut side of things and Torn, now that you have a full-on Dragonborn in our midst now that are full onto that took the pilgrimage to be a platinum Dragonborn, the first ever in its kind. That's history in the making right there.
With a tail.
Yeah.
Dragonborns have to be.
Draconians do. Draconians.
Anyway.
It's unfortunately Dragonborns.
They can.
Anyway.
It's loose. But I mean, that would be the only thing I added on to that would be, is to check over your character sheets. You get more into with the book on how you want this ending to be, the final boss battle for the world, how you want the ending to go, and if you're going to put your hand in it to sway it in a way that you want it to. And then, again, like I said, I gotta do research on my own and double check your guys' backgrounds and character sheets, and then I might be texting you guys throughout the next couple days to do it. You know what I mean? Because you mentioned it earlier. You and Timber are celebrating 5 years together. You're doing that by in 6 days, 7 days. It's me and Marina's 1 year and 11 years. 11 years of being together and 1 year of marriage finally. So I mean, it's been a year since that.
I mean, we'll have 4 years behind that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the first year of marriage is like already upon us.
Mm-hmm.
Say, where did the time go?
I'm not gonna be happy to hear when the ball drops.
I'm
It's gonna be
pissed
like,
I'm
happy
not the
anniversary.
fucking bride of Frank. Like,
It's the bride of Frankenstein.
it's fucking whatever.
He'll thug it out.
I was waiting
She
for
gonna
it.
kill you.
I was waiting
If
for
you
it.
put a Stein cup
That's
beside
what I
you
do,
and you
yeah.
hold it, and it's yours, does it make you Frankenstein?
Oh.
No, it's Frankenstein.
If he sells, wait, no, yeah. If he
Well, I
sells,
got the bulletin, man.
if he
Yo,
sells,
stop bullying my husband.
Stein
What the fuck
cups.
is wrong with
would
you?
the company be called Frankenstein?
Alright, on that note, before any other fuckery goes on, and thank you.
Please bear with us. We're on running minimal sleep.
Thanks
Long
for
hour
joining
days.
us tonight, Kate, and also thank you for joining us for another year of this campaign. We are getting to the end of the story. next week. We're going to be taking the week off for the holidays. January 6th, we'll be back taping another episode.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 week hiatus.
2 week hiatus.
Just like last
Starting today. 2 week hiatus for Christmas and New Year. So happy holidays to all you guys. out
Whatever you
there.
celebrate, or lack thereof, and you just happy food day.
So happy holidays, happy New Year.
If you're unfortunately at work, let your boss know that they're an asshole. They want you to be at work on Christmas.
And all those people going into that business to
But-
go home.
Dang.
If you are driving a truck like CDL or anything like that and can't make it, I hope you are doing okay and that you have a wonderful Christmas. I know that job can be tough. My brother's in that field and it sucks, but you know, I like you guys. You guys are cool. So thank you for hauling all of our stuff around.
And also, shout out to those serving overseas right now that can't make it home for the holidays. We appreciate everything you do. Hats off to you guys. But again, and happy holidays, guys. Happy New Year's. We'll see you in 2026. So from us, one last time in 2025. If us here at the D20 Misfits, good night.
Get all the gifts you want. Yay!